Who wants to do the last recap of the year? Yep.
All right. So, episode 58. So we started the episode looking at this giant gem that happened to be the navel of the moon. And as we're discussing it, Haleth decides to wander up to the maze, and poof, he's gone. But surprise, a bunch of Minotaur skeletons show up from the bones in the alcoves. We do combat, and while that's happening, Haleth is just off wandering around in the maze and eventually finds a key of sorts. When he grabs it, he gets teleported back out, and by that time we've dispatched the Minotaurs. So he goes ahead and sticks it in the opalescent, or the sarcophagus, and it is that of Unk, I believe, right?
Yep.
Yep, Unk. That. There's a bunch of other stuff cool in there, like opalescent bracelets. There's a whole bunch. There's 10 of them, and there's a fancy robe. And Haleth decides, screw it, he's gonna let Unk in. Doing so gives him a pretty good boon, to which he can just get rid of his amulet of health that he has because he just got a shit ton of constitution. We head back and we go to the iron door, and we surmise that eventually what we have to do is feed the snakes a bunch of blood, which we do, and the door opens up. Once we are inside, we see this large room with murals painted all about it. It's this chamber with the sunken floor. There's alcoves holding stone statues, and there's 3 undead painters in there with their eyes closed and their mouths sewn shut, or the other way around. But they're painting a scene of us fighting what looked to be a beholder of sorts. Probably the guy's name I can't remember right now. The unseen guy.
Yep.
Belcor.
Oh, Belcors. Yeah, you guys remembered it better than me.
So we go to work killing these guys. Well, one of us goes to work killing these guys.
Hey.
And as we do that, there is a voice that echoes throughout the room, and it's a Sararak. He's pissed that we defiled the throne room and that we're going to face punishment. There's cracks in the tiles in the marble floor in the center of the room, and bursting out with these purple hand-like tendrils is this undead T-Rex with this purple magic. It was actually I think it was a T-Rex white, is what the thing said in the scroll. So we go to work. Yoros becomes this big ape, but it's before long that this thing starts clapping cheeks on us, and we start getting messed up real bad. Some specters start getting summoned, but eventually Cobalt polymorphs him into a slug to stop his advance. And we go to work finishing this thing off. After the battle is done and the T-Rex is slain, we had a couple of secret doors we had to search through. And the first one, somebody looks at behind a statue, goes in, there's a mosaic, this nice jungle scape. And etched in the sarcophagus is the word Napaka.
Mm-hmm. That's it?
That's the end. That was that's where we ended.
Okay, so I want to retcon something real quick. Because of my poor knowledge of a multi-tiered dungeon. Do you guys recall one of the first rooms that you came in on this level? It was a pit that was surrounded by gargoyle statues, and you guys fought the gargoyle statues. Do you recall this?
Yep.
Okay. Do you remember? Does anybody have in their notes or remember what was at the bottom of the pit? Did I say?
The water.
It was like water.
Okay, so I was wrong. It is not water. It's a 20-foot drop to some kind of earth or grass or land of some kind. And then I was wrong because the dungeon is multi-tiered. It's hard to say where this thing lets out at, but that will come. Like, just so you know, it was actually like some kind of dirt or grass or something.
Don't jump down the hole expecting to land in water.
Right. Okay, so thus we begin the session called "Something's Wrong with Hightower."
That's an understatement.
And we open in on a fade from black, right? And we're in this dark room. It's kind of close quarters. In the center of the room, there's a well that has little skulls set into the outsides of it. There's a pool of water that the camera kind of rests on for a second, and it's so reflective that it looks like it's a piece of glass. The camera pans up, right? And we see sitting on the edge or resting on the edge of this well, there's a crawling claw, an undead severed hand, right? That jumps off the well. And as the camera follows it, it rests at the feet of this robed creature with tattered robes of dark color. And as the camera pans up, we can see more of these crawling claws that crawl across the surface of this robe and into pockets or folds in the robe. As it pans up higher, there's a some sort of large amulet resting on this creature's chest that appears to be a skull with chains wrapping around it and bright glowing red eyes. As it pans up even further, you can see a bronze mask depicting a face like screaming in horror with an undead visage behind it. This is Withers. Flanking Withers on either side, there's a hulking tomb guardian on his left and a hunched over, short, stout tomb dwarf with the mask that appears to be the devil face. As the audio fades in, right, you can see that Withers is talking. And he says, "But master, I've begun to worry. They've collected all the skeleton keys, nearly, and they've made their way to your throne room. It won't be soon that they will be nearing the nursery." And a voice echoes out of the pool. "Good. Let them go. Let them try. I have more paramount things to worry about than incompetent mortals. Even if they make it through the gears of hate, the sisters will make very short work of them. And my sweet child will annihilate their souls before the end. Now be gone. Bother me not of such minuscule obstacles." Withers replies, "Of course, master." And the camera fades to black. It fades back in. On the group of you, in this room that I will pull you over to. So, pull up my notes for this room. 52. Perfect. So, you are in a vaulted chamber that features a 10-foot deep sunken floor surrounded by legends that hold painted statues of hornet-headed human warriors, each wearing a grass skirt and clutching a spear. The floor of this sunken floor is cracked and broken, and there is slumped in a hole in the floor. There is this undead pale-skinned Tyrannosaurus Rex with these huge horns that is lying dead on the floor. You can see near where Abe is standing, there's a gruesome throne that has been lashed together with bone and strips of skin that's like stretched out to create this throne. A fearsome horned skull sits at the top of this throne with the horns have these designs of maze-like patterns running down the sides of them. The seat of the throne appears to be made of stretched skin. And resting on the seat, there is a metal rod with a shiny white metal head on the top of it. It's some kind of metal scepter. You can see that painted all around this room are different scenes. One depicting Grydrum dispelling a shadow demon. One depicting Cobalt touching the ring and being possessed by Obalaka. Haleth, Abe, and Yoros are locked inside of chests. Wine blasting back Fiona while Hightower stays strong. Yoros as a giant eagle diving down towards a pentagonal skull falling midair. And the painting that was currently being worked on is a picture of the whole group fighting the shadow, the silhouette of a beholder. And you can see cowering in the back corner is one of these blind artists, this undead, shriveled man with his eyes sewn shut, scraps of hair, white hair coming out of the top of his head. And this is where we open up. Now, Grydrum had just opened up a door, a secret door that leads to another room. This room, the walls of this like 15 by 15 foot room are adorned with tile mosaics of a jungle city that is intermingled with frescoes of flowering plants and birds and insects and humans wearing gold skirts and carrying spears and ornate jugs. And as you look up, the ceiling is painted to look like a clear blue sky. In the center of the room, a small, bejeweled cockroach of some sort rests atop a sarcophagus of black basalt. A 2-foot diameter orb is hanging from a chain above the sarcophagus, and it's made out of gold, it appears. And its visage is that of a very creepy, smiling sun. And I will show you that art again. Fiona throws open this secret door, and down the way there is a spiral staircase. But continue what you were going to say.
You all might want to take a look at this. This is quite unsettling.
I'll
Things
go
in
over.
this place are unsettling.
Okay. You go over. You see
And you
see it.
So there was like a scarab or something depicted on this?
Yeah, it's
the
a
sarcophagus?
it appears that there is a bejeweled golden cockroach that is just sitting on top, like it's a statuette of a cockroach. And it's a little smaller than your fist.
I'll call Dimitri over. Dimitri, do you know what this sarcophagus could be dedicated to?
As Dimitri comes over, the group of you are those of you that are in here. You can notice that on the lid of this black sarcophagus, underneath of this little golden cockroach resting in the center, there is the words Napaka that is just scraped into the lid. And as Dimitri looks it over, he says, he kind of rolls his shoulder because he did take damage in that fight, and he'll say, will it It's unclear to me, but it seems to be dedicated to. And then he pauses for a minute. Napaka? Like the Napaka?
The Nabaka, as in.
The last reigning queen of Omu.
Oh, right, yeah. I missed that part.
She
Is this the one who was betrayed?
she must have been the queen when Serak came. When the
Yes,
Dark
the one that was
Star
betrayed.
arrived. Yes.
No, Zalcori was betrayed.
Correct.
And Napaka was after her, correct?
Yes. I had to change up my lore. Sorry to get confusing about that.
All good. We cleared it up.
What happened?
Zalcori was betrayed, and she was like her great grandmother or whatever to Napaka.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah, she was a couple, like 2 generations before Napaka.
Oh.
I thought Zalkure was still alive, by the way. Like, she was ancient. I mean, we know how she's still alive, but did the Chosen learn how she was still alive?
No.
No, okay. So this here lies Napaka. Do you think that this could be where the Skull Chalice of Jigare is? She would have been the last one to
Not
have
sure.
possession of it. Right?
And there's one way to find out for
believe so.
certain.
Is this does anything here look like it might explode if we touch it?
My detect magic is still up, yes?
I think you'd have to recast it at this point.
Okay, I'll just use the wand at this point.
Perfect. It reveals auras of evocation magic around this golden sun and the bejeweled cockroach.
It looks like the answer is yes. There seems to be some evocation magic around the scarab and there's the cockroach, and this very off-putting looking sun.
Is this in any of the mornings?
Can you guys move your tokens to where you would be, please, just in case?
I guess I was in like the front. I'll move up.
I don't think so, because there's an iron scepter over there. I don't think there'd be 2 warnings about one room.
That's probably fine. Would have been standing back a little bit.
Yep.
Does this tomb have a like I can see that there's a separation between the tomb and the lid?
Very good. So as you kind of look at it, you can see that the lid has actually been sealed in by strips of lead that have been melted to seal the lid on this thing. Abe, are you're in this room?
Yeah, I would have walked in.
Knowing blacksmithing as well as you do, you know that lead is very easily moved. Like you can bend lead with your hand. So you could easily pry this lead off if you so wanted to.
Nothing stopping us from opening up the lid as far as I can see.
Is the cockroach directly below the sun?
Yeah, pretty much. It's a little
Okay.
off center. It's
Did
a
you say
little.
the sun was hanging from something?
It
Or
is.
just
It's
floating?
hanging from a chain, and it sits maybe, I don't know, 5 feet from the top of the sarcophagus.
Well, what do you all think? Maybe we can just dispel it and not worry about it?
I'd say we could give it a try.
Quiet, probably.
It's up to you guys what you want to do.
We want to try to dispel the magic.
I could try it.
I cannot.
Which one do you want me to do? Because the sun and the cockroach are both magic, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Maybe try the cockroach first, since it is on the tomb.
Kicking myself for not learning detect magic.
Looking at the end of the chain, does it look like this is a pull chain? Is there a hole that the chain goes up into, or is it like going down
No,
to the ceiling?
it's all hooked
Oh,
in.
it's on a hook, and then you pull.
It's kind of like a wrecking ball.
All right.
I'll
Yeah.
try casting Dispel Magic on the cockroach, see if it has any effect.
Okay. Did you can you use can you roll for it, please?
Yep.
Oh.
Oof.
You summon the magic in your hand, and as the weave appears before you, you try to pluck at the strings, but your arcane strength is not strong enough to dispel whatever magic is on this thing.
Oops.
That's it's out of my league. I have higher level spell slots, but
Are we going to be resting after this? We've done a lot today.
Yeah, it is getting late.
We might could expend the resources.
all right then. We'll cast a 4th level then.
Okay. You're gonna have to roll again, unfortunately.
Is it possible that I can help him?
And how would you like to do that?
I don't know if it. I mean, I don't really have Dispel Magic, but like, could I be able to like kind of channel maybe like a counter spell or something like? Not really a counter spell, but like some type of abjuration magic in order to
Yeah, it
help
is an
like, kind of
abjuration spell.
stabilize.
Okay. I will allow. Okay. How good is your Arcana, Cobalt?
My Arcana is pretty damn good.
What is it?
It's a +8.
All right. How do you like these apples? He expends the spell slot. You roll the Arcana check.
Sure.
Is that cool with you,
Cool.
Brendan? Yeah.
Yeah, because like I think that's like your whole 10th level feature, right? Your crazy Dispel Magic bonus.
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Let me roll it up here real quick.
Yeah. Let's see.
No,
what
I
you
think
get.
it's like it adds. I think what it is like the spell, like the check for. Oh wait, spell that requires you to make an.
Oh,
ability.
sweet.
Okay.
All right. Well, how about you just roll an Arcana check for me then, friend?
Yeah, so
Sure.
like yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. So here's what happens. As
Yeah.
Yoro summons the magic, right? And the weave kind of appears around this golden cockroach. Cobalt summons a small like orb of protection around the cockroach that makes it able to be like the weave begins to disintegrate inside of this orb, and the magic
Sweet.
dispels. So yeah, it's inert now.
It's
That's funny. Okay.
Sorry, I had to get that out of my brain.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I love it. All right. So, what would you like to do now?
Well, by all means, gentlemen.
Okay.
All right.
Now this golden cockroach is a object that is resting atop the sarcophagus. It is not part of it, just so you know.
Oh, it can be moved?
It can be removed, yeah.
If I grab the cockroach, does anything happen?
Nope.
All right. I think it might be safe.
When you grab it, you realize
Nice.
it's not just a golden cockroach. It's a jewelry box.
Oh, really?
The
Open it
wings,
up.
the wings of it lift up so that you can prop it open.
I lift it up.
Yeah, you lift it up, and it inside of it, there is a small green gem key that is shaped like a crocodile. It's a jade key that is shaped like a crocodile.
This is the third key I found today.
And you also see inside a necklace with several beads on it. 8 beads on it. Let me see. Yeah, 8 beads on it that have little, inside of these little glass beads, there's small flames. It is a necklace of fireballs.
It's a lot of fireballs.
All of a sudden,
Playing as the
Cobalt has
PCs are too powerful, then gives them 8 fireballs.
Right?
Okay, so you open it up, and that's what you see.
I'll pull out I'll pull out a knife and start chipping away at this lead.
What do you do with this cockroach thing?
Oh, well, I hold on to the key, and I'll just hold on to the necklace too until we figure out what's going on here.
Okay. And you take out a knife and start prying at the iron. Does anybody else do the same?
I'll
Yeah, I'll
give
help.
it a hand feeling it back.
Yep. All right. You use a dagger as well. You guys use daggers. Is that what you're using?
I use my sword because my dagger disintegrated.
Oh, yeah. You're gonna have a tough time. Tough time
I
with your
use like all
sword,
my
but
tools, I guess.
yep, sure. You guys can make decent work of it. And after 5-10 minutes, you can get all of this iron off, or this lead off. However, it is still a very heavy black basalt lid.
Give me a hand.
I will give
And-
Daleth a hand.
And just on a short, quick note, the cockroach-shaped jewelry box is made of gold, set with precious gems, including tiny black pearls for eyes. It's worth 1,500 gold.
Would we use that as a goblet for Heroes Feast?
No, maybe no. I don't think so.
Does the
It's a
goblet have to
container?
be-
It weighs 5 pounds though, so it's pretty hefty. But anyways, so who I got lost for a second because I was reading. Does somebody try to push this lid off?
Yeah, Hal and Grydrum did.
Yeah, I'm gonna-
Whoever's the strongest of you, make an athletics check with advantage because there's
I
help.
am strong.
I'm
Me strong.
Me strong.
Oh, advantage.
All right, easily enough. You and Grydrum both push the lid off to the side where it's angled halfway on and halfway off, or like leaning up against the side. And inside, you can see a woman with very, very, very pale white skin. But she obviously is of Cholton descent. It's just her skin is so there's no blood flowing through her body. She has on a black gown, and resting next to her head is a hornet mask made of painted gold. So it's a solid gold mask. And this woman that's laying inside of here looks like she could have died yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, and she looks like she's in her early 30s, maybe. And
Can any of you tell what killed her?
well, hold up. In her left hand, resting on her chest, there is an iron scepter with an adamantine head.
Iron Scepter's twin. I was expecting a chalice, but you know, you get what you get, I guess.
I guess I can try to do what yours was talking about, like medicine check.
Yeah, sure. You want to like take a look over her? Why don't you make a medicine check, please?
There we go.
So, with your impeccable check, you can know that it's really unclear how she died. And she's obviously dead. And it's really a person that was dead in there. But it seems that the remains have been magically preserved. And it's
Yeah, that would exactly
unclear.
be my
It's
assumption.
unclear what kind of fate befell her.
So she's definitely dead, but her body's like basically pristine, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll relay that to everyone. Her body is very well preserved, better than anything I've ever seen.
And Cobalt, as you peer inside, you can see that the iron scepter that she holds in her hand appears to be radiating transmutation magic.
Scepter seems to be radiating some transmutation magic, actually.
Did the other scepter on the throne radiate magic from it?
No.
I did not sense any magic off of that.
Wait.
I guess
Let me check. Let me check. Nope, no magic.
No magic, alright.
This must be the twin that we are looking for.
Could very well be.
What are we supposed to do with it? I mean, the other one is just leaned up against the throne. Correct? And this one, she's like holding across her chest.
Mm-hmm.
What's her other arm doing? Is it like this? It doesn't say.
Yeah, it doesn't say. Yeah.
Probably irrelevant.
Yeah, it's crossed. Her hands are crossed.
Who wants to touch the magic scepter?
We want to lift it out from 30 feet away.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say, like, could my mage hand pick it up?
That might be smart.
Sure.
I'll do it.
All right. Does everybody
Clear out first.
clear out first?
Yeah, everybody clear out first.
I feel like it defeats the purpose of lifting with the mage hand.
That's fair, yeah. I'll make sure everybody's like out of the room first. I'm also gonna make sure somebody a lot tougher than me, like say maybe a Haleth or an aide, is in front of me first, and then I kind of like reach around and just like use the mage hand to pick it up.
Yep. So you send in your mage hand, and you reach in and you feel around, and you grab onto the scepter, and you want to pull it out.
Yeah.
Cool. Two things happen simultaneously.
Okay.
All right, so Cobalt, Haleth, and Fiona, I need you to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh no. Well, at least I'm within Haleth's aura.
As you pick up the scepter, right?
Ooh.
The sun, this golden sun that like rests on a chain, its happy smiling face turns to that of fury as it glows white hot, and in a flash, 3 rays of sunlight shoot out within 30 feet of it to Haleth, Cobalt, and Fiona.
I'm gonna use inspiration.
Okay.
Ooh.
That was worse. Okay, never mind.
As
That
you
is,
just
I think,
Fiona,
affected by
14
our
in
inspiration
total or
rolls.
13.
You get +5.
So 14 total.
Okay. Oh, my
Fiona's
God.
chill.
Okay, good for Fiona.
+1 to dexterity.
Okay, so who? So everybody got higher than a 14.
I just got
Yes.
a 14.
Okay, so as these rays of light shoot out of the sun, right? All of you duck as they burn holes and sear the walls around them as white hot power blasts out of the room. You still have concentration on your mage hand, which is currently holding the scepter.
Mhm.
And with that, you feel something bump into your mage hand as the corpse of Napaka slowly sits up, right? And her mouth begins to crookedly open. And as her eyes still closed, her mouth opens and black gas begins pouring out of her mouth, right? Like a reversal of a possession, right? Like
Yeah.
black gas begins shooting out of her mouth and fills this entire chamber. All of you are just out of range enough to back up away from it. But now this chamber is filled with this black smoke.
Running away.
Pull
Yep.
it out. Pull it out.
Also,
Yep.
I do pull it out. Also, I take half of that. That 42. I take.
You do
21.
not take any damage.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Was that radiant?
No fire.
Uh,
Yep. So all of you back up immediately. And Cobalt, you reel it in and you hold the scepter in your hand. But when you hold it, it like weighs immensely lighter than what you thought it was going to weigh. It feels like air in your hand.
I feel like at this point, like Cobalt kind of like takes it in his left hand, and he just kind of like, as soon as he takes it, he's just like, "Woo!" And he kind of like hot potatoes it over to Hallis.
Yep. How do you
how
catch it?
hot potatoes it over to Yoris.
What do you want me to do
What
with
do you? I
this?
don't want this.
Yeah. Yoros, you hold it in your hand. And Cobalt, as I said before, it's like radiating transmutation magic.
Should I bring it to the other one?
First off, that was a lot lighter than I thought it was going to be. Second off, remember that has transmutation magic on it, so maybe we should bring that over to that throne.
Maybe they fit together.
2 scepters turn into a staff?
Could be.
I'll start.
The statues around the room, are any of them without weapons?
No, they all have these like shitty spears.
Alright, just want to check.
But yeah,
Does
you
it
make
feel like a divining rod or anything walking toward the throne?
Nope. You walk over to the throne.
Cobalt, still no magic on this one?
On the one on the throne, no, there isn't.
All right. I'll pick up the other scepter.
You pick it up. They are identical. Only the other scepter is heavy as fuck.
Oh, okay. This one's a lot heavier. I don't think they fit together, though.
No, they don't. They're identical.
Maybe we need them for something. Maybe Cobalt, you could identify the magic one.
That'll take 10 minutes. I don't really know if we have that much time, considering.
Is the gas spreading out of this room, or is it like
No.
ending at the threshold?
It seems, I mean, it wafts into this like 5-foot square here. Right, but it doesn't pour out of the room or anything. And after the smoke was exhaled, the body lands back down.
Well,
Very strange.
unless she interrupts us again. Suppose identification is a good idea.
Yeah, you guys are more than welcome to slam this secret door shut.
All right, I'll do that, or someone else will do that.
I'll shut it.
Thank you.
Sure. Done.
I'll look over at Yoros and be like, Yoros, have you tried? Do they fit together somehow?
Unless
No.
I'm missing something now. They're seemingly identical, except for the weight.
And one's magic and one's not.
You know, metals, do they look like they're made out of the same thing?
Yes. Only the head of the magical one is like a white metal.
Recognize what metal it is, though.
Make a check that uses your knowledge of blacksmithing.
Just would that be like Smith's tools? That doesn't
Yeah,
really make sense
yeah.
if it's a dex check, though.
Oh, then make a
Do
like
intelligence Smith tools check.
yeah.
All right,
So
so just
intelligence plus
check and then
proficiency?
add- Okay, so this will be +4. Oh, this is just the d20 +4. Hey, 20.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, you can tell that this is the end of the magical rod is a very rare metal known as adamantine. It's extremely light but very dense.
I have never worked with that metal, but Father came across some of it at one point when he did a custom sword for a noble back in Waterdeep. That is adamantine. It
Is that
incredibly
special?
rare.
Much like our
I've only
immovable
seen it
rod,
once
correct?
before. Was the immovable rod made of adamantine?
I believe it was.
Maybe.
If
It is
was,
now.
then yes, like the immovable rod. Yes, it is an extremely rare metal and very hard to come by, and it's expensive as hell, which is why you never see it.
I look for a button.
Does this one have any buttons on it?
Yeah.
No.
Darn.
All right. Well, Cobalt, you're much more likely to figure out what this does than I am.
Alrighty, I will ritual cast identify.
Okay.
I think
you
the Navel of the Moon has that too, right?
You
For its spells.
oh yeah, and you can cast it immediately with the navel of the moon.
Oh, right, that's true.
Yeah. You want to do that?
Only your
I think I'll do
artifact.
that.
Yeah, you do that.
I gotta find where the circle of the moon is now. Hold on.
Items and then legendary or fabled items, inflatable treasure. That's it.
Yeah, it's like the first tab under items.
All right, I see you. Navel of the moon.
Yep, identify. It only uses 1 out of the 7 charges.
One of the 7 charges, and I can
Yep.
regain some at dawn. So
Yep.
that will be great. Let's do that.
So you pull out the navel of the moon, this glistening fucking diamond, right? And as you hold it in your hand, you focus and begin to channel your magic into it, right? With this rod in your lap. And as it does, it swirls with this smoke on the inside of it, and your eyes open up, and they're like Sableye the Pokemon, where you have diamonds for eyes for like a split second, and you get all of the knowledge that is contained within.
I understood that reference.
Yep. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon lately. You can tell that this scepter has a singular purpose, and that is to destroy a construct that is named after Napaka.
Oh.
And that's all you get.
Okay.
It is that its singular purpose is to destroy a construct named after Napaka.
Interesting. I have something.
So we should hold on to it.
I think we should.
As you guys come out, Fiona will say, "Did you find any treasure in there?"
Yes, we did actually. We found a key. Hold up a key. It's the third one I found today. Might open something. We also found this necklace of fireballs. It seems. Who wants to hold on to this? Someone that maybe lacks the ability to cast spells?
Is there only one person in this party that can't cast spells?
But do you think that I am the best to... I am always in the face of the enemy, and from my understanding, seeing Cobalt cast the fireball spell, I want to be nowhere near where that thing explodes.
I mean, Abe's already like a human fireball.
Right.
Or tiefling fireball.
A human, thank you. Appreciate it.
Sure.
Perhaps a spellcaster is better used to this.
All of you hear a cackling golden skull in the room with you say, "Yeah, he's too much of a little bitch to wear something like that. She's too much of a little bitch."
What?
Well,
Can I use one of those?
it's
Can
kind
I
of
use one right quick?
inappropriate when you say it to a
I don't
female.
think that's gonna work, Abe.
But it would make me feel better, and that's what really matters right now around this dude.
It won't really make you feel better when it like comes out of the flames screaming yeah 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 yeah.
Yeah, there is nothing you can do to me, pal. I'm fucking invincible. You're stuck with me for life.
I have half a mind to kill myself just to be rid of you. Trust me.
Do it.
Make my
We do have a diamond to bring you back.
You have a diamond? Let me get it. I'm fucking starving over here.
Does anyone
so.
have
I
a spell
don't
to
think
bring
so.
me back once I'm dead?
Not today.
Yes.
Well, I suppose it would probably have to be you, Cobalt, or you, Euros, because I already have a necklace.
I am
Cobalt
able to
can
cast
already cast it,
fireballs.
so
Yeah.
But
I suppose I'll take it if Cobalt can
Bananas.
already take Fireball,
That's
unless...
fair. I was gonna say, like, it could free up another space in
I mean, it is like a free fireball, but
Yeah, I mean,
It
you
could also free
prepare
up
something else.
it could also free up the space.
8
for me
free
to prepare something
fireballs.
else, too.
Can you pull up? Do you have a hand up for that?
Yeah.
Fire attunement.
I just want to.
No, but you have to wear it.
Yeah, I want to see what the rules are.
Ooh, I might not have put it in here on accident.
It's okay. I can look it up.
Yeah, I didn't put it in my. Oh, yep, yeah, I did. There you go. It has 8 beads on it.
8 beads?
Mhm.
Oh, wow. That's 8 fireballs at least.
So, I mean, Cobalt, if you have the attunement slots, you can take it by all means.
Wow, you can do a 9th level fireball.
This does not require attunement.
No.
Oh. I mean, whoever then, yeah. I'll take it if you wanna. You don't mind.
Could we all?
or-
Could we all maybe
If you want it,
take
go
a
right
bead off
ahead.
and hold on to it?
No.
But does it work like that?
No.
Yeah, but if you want to prepare something else, Carl, and just
Sure.
a fireball from that.
What else can I prepare? We have not taken the long rest yet,
No.
so I'll have to figure out like what else I can repair. And honestly, I can prepare a lot. Like I can get greater invisibility, arcane eye, arcane hand.
Are you gonna take the necklace?
Brook trick, shatter, alter self. I'll
Yeah, I
take
feel
it
like
for
your
now.
spells are a bit more useful down here.
I'll take it then. I'll take it.
You take it. Do you put it on?
Sure.
It explodes all 8 beads at the same time.
What?
Yep. So who all is around
Wow.
him?
Love to see it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You guys didn't think it was suspicious that I just said, "Oh, it's a necklace of fireballs."
Maybe
Okay.
not.
Yep. So
Yeah, I guess it was a little suspicious.
I
All
guess
right,
I guess I
so-
die. Okay.
So that's
What is
every.
it?
Yeah,
Ninth
that's
level, you said?
Yeah,
that's
that's
all
everybody.
8 beads detonate at once. I need
That's a ninth level
everybody
fireball.
that's in this area, which is basically everyone except
Oh
Azaka.
my
Did I
god,
not sense
that's
that with my
someone's gonna
detect
die.
magic, actually?
Oh wait,
Or-
Vegapigme's good.
Nope.
Vegapigme's good, bro.
Yeah, Vegapigme's good too. He's over here with Azaka.
He's gonna be the only survivor. He's gonna be the only survivor.
He's gonna be the only one
I only
alive.
have 82 hit points right now.
All right. Well, you're not gonna die. All right,
Oh,
everybody,
I'm
make
sure.
dexterity.
You're resistant to fire. You'll be
Make
fine.
a
Abe.
dexterity
That's
saving
true.
throw.
Yeah.
14.
No, you put on the necklace, so you automatically fail.
Oh shit.
Jeez, do you,
Well-
we need to like
Oh,
fucking.
boy.
That makes sense.
Oh,
I'm gonna
boy.
die.
Yeah, we definitely
Like,
need to take
As
a
soon
rest.
as it
Fire
falls,
subsides,
as
my
soon as
head
it
is going
falls
down.
over your neck, right? All 8 beads, boom! As the whole fucking room radiates with
Oh,
fire.
Shit. Good thing
Um,
I got lay on hands. Everybody's getting 1 hit point.
so that's 16d6, and the DC's 15.
So let me get this straight. We did get temporary. I did get temporary HP last time as well.
I gave you temporary HP from a rally.
All right, cool. And I also have the rest of the ward.
So
Oh,
you,
I have 11
so
temp
Cobalt automatically takes 53 damage.
Okay. 3.
Wait, is
Dang, that's a
it
shitty roll.
14 d6?
3 minus 16.
No, it's 16d6. Whatever it is, it says it on the thing.
Oh.
16d6. That's what it says.
So then
I have a
will take
set number.
17 minus 27. All right, cool. Ouch.
So-
First off.
Yep. Yoros, you take that much.
I'm gonna cast Absorb Elements.
Nice.
Okay. Are you surprised? Yes.
Fair.
It's a reaction.
Yep.
Can't take reactions when I'm surprised. so-
Nope. Okay, so Grisrum takes
Well,
the
then what's the
50
point of? Never mind.
Grisrum takes
Actually,
the 56.
can I argue that?
I looked it up after the last D&D episode.
'Cause that's
Technically, when
like-
we're surprised you don't get reactions.
Yeah,
But we're not in This isn't a combat. Something's happening.
Yeah,
Mm,
something very surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
You make the flat dexterity save, but yeah, you don't get a reaction on this one. So Abe, you take 26.
Divided by 2, then because I'm resistant.
Yes.
So 13.
Okay. Yoros, you take 53, and Haleth, you take 26.
Okay. I have
And-
11 temp.
And then my NPCs need to roll, please. So that's Fiona and
Oh.
Dimitri.
Dimitri, yeah, I got to roll for him. Hold on.
Fiona takes 26.
Dimitri.
How's
Is
Fiona
going to
looking
take.
after that? Between the ray that hit her and this fireball,
Uh,
beat up.
So you still
Fiona
got
dodged
10.
the ray.
Oh yeah, she
God
did.
damn.
Yeah, she got a nat
Yeah.
20.
So Dimitri takes
Dimi-
53.
yeah, he's down.
He's down. Yeah.
Damn.
I don't think he's unconscious, though.
Yeah, he's unconscious.
I mean, yeah, he's unconscious, but not dead.
Not
That's what I meant
dead.
to say. Yeah.
No. Now he'd have to take 80 damage to be dead. So here's what happens. Cobalt puts on the necklace. And as soon as it rests upon your chest, all 8 beads boom, 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 explode out all at once. Fire rains down on everybody. Everybody gets blasted back because it's not like it's like a Molotov, right? It's not like it's an explosion of fire. So everyone gets fucked up. People are thrown everywhere, and Dimitri is slammed up against the wall. Smolder. He's a tiefling.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot about that. He takes half of that.
Yeah.
So 50.
He was at
had
40.
originally.
Yeah, so he only takes 26.
All right. So 40 minus 26, that's 14.
14. Yeah, he's not unconscious. Tiefling, save the day.
Vegapigme Warrior literally would have died. Like, straight up.
Oh,
Yep.
I would have
He-
been so sad that was the case.
Yep, but he
Like,
was
literally dead.
he was checking out the painting with Azaka.
Man's just 15
Yeah.
feet away from death. I had no idea.
And both Azaka and Vegapigme Warrior come running to your aid as the flames go down. You guys are still in this room.
I run over to Dimitri and I'll give him 5 points of healing.
Sure.
Well,
Just
that
get him back
settles
on
the
his feet.
debate if we're resting.
And that at least solves the debate of like who gets it. Nobody.
Yep. It now a hollow silver chain.
Cobalt, what did you do?
I just put a necklace on. Like, what the fuck are you supposed to do with a necklace, alright?
You didn't have to put it on so hard.
Double agent
I put it on as gently as I could.
Yeah, everybody's smoldering from the flames. Fiona starts putting out her hair. Dimitri,
Reggie will say, like stroking his like charred beard.
Yeah, yeah.
Like we could use a rest after that one. Oh man.
Okay, so what would you guys like to do now?
Is there any pressing matter?
So
as much as I
there is a secret door down here that was opened, and this
Alright.
door was shut when you disturbed the blind artist, and it has remained shut.
That door over there leads to the spiral staircase. I believe it may go down into the next floor.
It also goes up.
If we didn't. Yes, and it goes up to the other spiral staircase next to what's his face? Withers' office. Around there. Or the no. Where did the other spiral staircase lead?
It went right by the Wither office and the armory.
Yeah,
Right,
that was
right,
on
right.
level 2.
There's only one spiral staircase, right? I guess besides like the main one.
Yes. Yeah, she went
Do
down.
you think this skips through the third floor then?
Yeah, you guys came down it to get to the 3rd floor, actually.
That's true, yeah.
Oh.
And like this spiral staircase, we can like deduce that this kind of like goes through all the floors, yeah, that we've discovered so far.
I don't think we saw it on the first floor.
Yeah, except for the
Or
first.
at least the
You
second
did.
floor. At least
You
till the
did.
second
You
floor.
did. You did find it on the 1st floor. Remember, you went back up after you did something on the 2nd level. You went back up, and there was the
Oh,
floating flame
yeah.
skull.
But that wasn't the spiral.
No,
staircase,
that was through
factory,
the,
armory.
Yeah, that was through the
Oh, that's
armor.
right. That's right. There was. Yeah. So maybe there wasn't one. On
I
the
think
first floor.
I think on level 2 it just went straight down.
Yeah, I think you're right.
As far as I can tell, that is the only way that we're getting out of this room, anyways. So
Yes, agreed.
Frankly, I don't have the audacity to sleep in Sarek's throne room.
Honestly, me neither.
Do you want to go up
I'm
to
glad
the
at least somebody said that. This is
do you want to go back up to the third floor?
I wouldn't mind.
And rest? I think we rested there last time.
Yeah.
Or
Tried and
the
true
time
place.
before that.
Yeah, that's when you guys ran into me, you stupid fox.
That's yes. I was trying desperately to forget.
I think we all were.
I don't know how you can forget something as fucking beautiful as me.
Have you looked in the mirror recently?
You got a mirror for me to look in.
He doesn't have eyes to look.
That's true. You probably wouldn't get much use out of it.
actually see, or did you just like sense what's around you?
He hovers very, very, very close to your face, and then he says, "I can see you're an ugly piece of shit."
So you are blind. Okay, perfect. I was just checking.
Hey.
Digger, Yaka.
This was a good one.
I
Alright,
can't,
so
I
do
can't
we
think
want
of
to
any
go?
good retorts. He says something snippy back. I'm the DM. I can do that.
That's not fair.
It's like Tenacious D tribute. Like, it was really fucking good. I can't remember. But it was really fucking good.
It was really good.
Yeah, Dimitri looks like he definitely needs a rest.
I can't believe that shit just fucking exploded, and the T-Rex and the fucking Serac and the blind guy in the corner over there. This is too much. Too much.
Oh, that's right. Thanks
Hey,
for
you're
reminding
talking.
me. I'm gonna.
Hey, you're saying all that. My head almost got blown off over there.
You're gonna
I'm
go
surprised it didn't actually.
annihilate that last guy.
Yeah, no, I go kill the last undead.
Yeah, he's just like cowering in the corner. You just go up and stab him, and he fucking slumps down.
Yep.
Done. You hear a voice in your head, Abe, that says, "Very wise decision."
The thing I need is this undead painter to come stab me in my sleep.
Yes, the less undead, the better.
Read. They kind of stink too.
Can I walk over to the secret door and open it up a little bit? Like crack it open?
Yeah. As
I
you,
was gonna ask about
as
that. I'll come
Haleth,
over to-
as you and Grydrum begin walking over to the secret door, Haleth, you hear inside your head, "That secret door looks pretty interesting. We should admire it for a while."
I just stand at the door for like 10 seconds.
Well, Helith, are we
No,
going to
I
open
do
it?
like secret doors. They are pretty interesting. Have you noticed
Nice.
that almost every single one of the secret doors we have found, we opened, we never not opened the secret door.
You know, I never really thought about this, but they are very interesting, aren't they? It's like we can't resist looking.
It's almost like you have to open a secret door.
I don't
But
really
if
know
it's-
if I would open a secret door. I mean,
I think we've also opened all the non-secret doors here.
I mean, I don't know if I would open a secret door. I mean, like, look at me. I put my arms through a fucking mouth in the wall, and I put a necklace over my neck that exploded. I don't know if I'm really willing to be able to try something like that ever again. I'm a dumbass. How the fuck do you guys keep following me after all this time? Like, I just do things however I want, you know? And then I almost die every time. I mean, I'm like half the cat I used to be.
Cobalt's having a mid-game crisis.
A mid-dungeon crisis.
Mid-dungeon crisis.
Okay.
All right, I'll stop admiring the secret door and I'll crack it open a little bit.
You hear in your head, "I don't know if you should open it. It's real pretty, you know. The way it blends in with the wall."
Oh, they
Are we going
to open up that door,
upstairs or?
You just got done talking about how you have to open up a secret door. Are you going to open up the secret door?
I think I'm just going to stand back and watch for a little bit.
Okay.
It's a
Wait,
door.
then?
What are you waiting for?
I don't know. You open it. I just want to look at it.
All right, I'll go and open it.
Yep. You open it, and you can see a dusty, cobweb-filled hallway. Actually, it's not. It's just dusty. There's a couple of bones that lie on the floor, and you can see a torch lit, and you can see the same.
I was talking about this one,
Which one? Oh, that
the
one?
one I'm standing at.
Oh,
Or another secret door?
that's what we were talking about. He was talking about this one up here with the gold sun.
Yeah, the one we
You
just
wanna-
got. the
You want
scepter
to you want to open that back up?
Well, not anymore. And now I'm just looking at it.
No, yeah, I
Black-
just completely
black-
assumed we were at the other
Yeah,
door.
I thought we were at the other door too. But there's just black.
In
There's
that
just black,
case, I'll
black
just,
smoke
like,
in there.
close it again.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it's nothing. I thought we were talking about the one with the spiral staircase, which you can open, and inside there is the spiral staircase that has like the skull wall that wraps all the way up around it.
When Gradrum opens the door up, can I like stick my arm in and see if anything happens?
Yep. You stick your arm in, nothing happens.
Could I walk in?
Sure. You walk in.
Is it like hard to see?
I feel like you guys are still talking about different rooms.
Are we talking
Yeah,
about different?
Is this the dusty hallway now, or?
No, I'm standing at this room right here.
Okay. Let's clarify something real quick. Where's everybody at? Because Nate, I'm getting real confused with you. That
I'm where
door,
my character is.
right? If you open that door up, it's filled with black smoke.
Yeah, I wanted to stick my arm in and see if anything happened.
I see. Okay. Everybody is everybody at this door, or the rest of you down at the lower door?
I'm like starting to head over toward the lower door. Yeah.
Okay, because I'm getting confused here.
Yeah, I'll stay with Haleth for consistency.
Okay.
I guess.
Okay.
Stick with
Sorry, I
Amy.
didn't know
She is.
I was.
No, it's okay.
I didn't mean to.
No, it's okay. I got confused. No, nothing happens when you stick your arm in.
If I step in, is it dark? Like, can I see through whatever smoke this is?
Do you have like a torch lit or something? Right, your sword lit.
Yeah, like my sword.
Yeah, you can see, and you can just see this cloud of smoke that kind of floats around the room. And it's right at the edge of where you are, and it smells like it's burning your nose hairs out.
If I walk over to the tomb.
Yeah, as soon as you take a step in, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, sure. $26.
R7, 12. You take 12 damage. Oh, it's necrotic. It's necrotic.
So 6.
Yep. As your skin begins to wither in the black smoke. Okay, what do you want to do?
Well, if I start hurting while I'm in the smoke, I want to grab the corpse of Queen Napaka and carry her out of the room.
Okay. The sun's expression turns angry. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Fuck. All right. This might not be good.
Trying to stab her with the scepter, you could have just brought the scepter in.
That's a lot of damage.
You take 43 points of damage.
Oh, no.
Oh God.
How you
Okay,
looking?
I'm gonna
How you
roll
looking?
inspiration. I'm doing inspiration. I'm using my inspiration.
Using inspiration. Okay. Hopefully it's good.
For real. All right. Have that.
half, which is 21. 21.
Damn. I didn't know all that was gonna happen.
Yep.
All right.
As the sun ray shoots down at you, but you do have a hold of the body.
Yep. I'm running out.
Yep. You grab the body and run back out, stumbling over Grudrum as you do.
As soon as I get out, I'm laying on hands myself.
Okay.
Holy shit! I was not expecting that.
All of you see Haleth stumble back out of the secret door, which is quickly probably closed by Grydrum. Is that right?
Yep.
Yep, which is quickly
well-
slammed shut by Grydrum, and Haleth has this pristine corpse laying on him.
What the fuck is that?
Why did you bring that out? It spews gas out of its mouth.
How the fuck did you do that?
The gas was already out of it. I guess seemed like a good idea. I don't know, but I kind of wanted to ask it some questions.
You are a bold one, Haleth, but
That
that is an
is-
interesting idea.
That's bold. That's too bold. It's foolish.
I don't know if there is such a thing as too bold. It's foolish. That's a gamble.
No, there
You have to
certainly
go-
is.
Nah, I don't think so.
I want to talk. I mean, I don't know if that's true.
I mean,
you
it's,
the one that just
if
put the
anyone
necklace
here
of
knows-
exploded around your neck like 3 minutes ago?
I did, and that was stupid. I just said so myself. I just lost my fucking arm like an hour ago.
Crying about now?
Want to go home?
Alright.
All right. There's a corpse.
I'm gonna lay her. Yeah, I'm gonna lay her body down.
Mhm.
And I'll just say, if there's anyone who knows anything about Omu or what is going on, I would imagine it'd be her.
Do you see Dimitri slink closer and says, "This is like a opportunity of a lifetime to talk to an ancient queen of Omu."
Well, I mean, I can. We can ask it 5 questions, I believe.
Very well. This interests me as well.
5 doesn't seem like nearly enough.
What would we ask it though?
I want to know what happened to her. How did she die? Also, what happened to Omu? I mean, those are broad questions, but
Don't really know what happened to Omu. Walu summoned the Sirarak, came, summoned Black Sun, took over, killed the 9 gods, all that fun stuff.
yeah, but not what happened to her. Well, I mean, how
No,
did
no,
she
Lucy,
get
that's
here?
A fair question. Ask her about these.
What does the scepter do? What is this construct that is named after her?
Do you think she would know these things? I feel like many of them would have happened after she died.
Wouldn't hurt to ask, but that is a possibility.
Dimitri says, "If I could ask her a question, I would want to know what happened between the time Uptao left and when the Omuans began worshipping the 9 gods."
Very well.
That is something
can
that
ask her.
is very unclear in the history books.
All right, well, let's find out. I'll pull out my sword.
Yep.
I'll hold it up. It's already lit.
Yep. You stab it into her.
I'll stab it into her chest, and the flames will go in and give her breath of life.
Yep. So as the flames suck up to like the pommel, and then as a single bead of light, it shoots down into the corpse, and you can see it floating up its chest into where its like vocal box would be, as it opens its mouth, its eyes still closed.
How did you die?
With its eyes closed, its shoulders begin to lift up as it sits in an upright-ish position, kind of leaned on its elbows. Sarah. Serac claimed my life. I sacrificed myself for my people.
Did you want to ask your question, Dimitri?
Yes, Dimitri leans over and he says, "If when Ubtao left, it is said that Omu fell into ruin. but was saved by the 9 gods in a tale. What happened in between? And where did these 9 gods come from? With her eyes still closed, she begins to speak. They are no gods. They are spirits. Trickster spirits that fooled the Omuan people into worshipping them. They saw our peril and capitalized on it. She rests again.
Anyone else?
Anything?
The scepter that you hold, it is said to destroy a construct named after you. What do you know of this, or is this something past your death?
You see, she lets out a long sigh, and you get the sense that she doesn't know. She's not even sure what you're talking about.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to ask her where the Skulltula Tsuchigare is?
Yes, that was going to be the last question.
Oh, I see.
Does anyone else have anything?
We ask if she knows anything we don't about Acererak.
Have we learned anything of his motivations besides power
Why he came
for
to
power's
Olmo.
sake?
They are trying to raise a new god of death. That is all we know about his motivations, I believe.
We could ask why Acererak came to Olmo. I doubt she would
He
know.
was summoned
but-
here. Wasn't he?
Do,
He was summoned.
do we know the motivations, though?
Because Qualu did not, he believed to be betrayed by Ubtao and thought the trickster gods were phonies, which apparently they were, according to Nupaka. So he reached out across the void and summoned a Suradak, a real god, to come and save them. And we all see how that turned out.
Yes.
So maybe he wasn't totally in the wrong, but didn't exactly get what he asked for. But I do like what about maybe inquiring about his weaknesses if he has any, because she did confront him at one time.
Give us a leg up on him.
I'll ask her.
Mhm.
When you faced Acererak, did you inquire any information on how to destroy him or any weaknesses of his?
She begins to speak, and she'll say, I have seen the face of death. He is all powerful. Nothing can stop is Dark Star. I knew that my people were finished. So I sacrificed myself in a deal with this Acerak. I told him if he took my life, that he would save my people. But there is one thing. The Dark Star is controlled by an amulet around his neck. She rests again, eyes still closed.
Good
That
thing we,
is,
good
that
thing
is
we
a
asked
very
that.
good. Yeah, that's very good information.
Good to know. Good to know.
One more question before you go to rest.
There's only one more question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know where the skull chalice is? And how do I get it?
The Skull Chalice of Chigare. I gave it up in my deal to Acerak. He last held the chalice. She rests again. This is that was the last question.
Yeah.
Good to know.
As the light begins to fade out of her throat and head back towards your sword, right? It gets sucked back up to where her throat is, and her eyes open up, right? And the same holy light that is glowing within this orb that's in her neck, right? It glows through her eyes, her like pupilless eyes, right? And she says, "Did Acerak save my people? Did he betray my word?"
Your people are dead.
She lets out this scream as she screams out like, "Avenge me!" And she falls back down, and the orb of magic goes down her throat into where you stabbed it up into your sword as the flames light back on.
We will try our best, Fallen Queen.
Well,
Frighteningly illuminating.
You guys turn towards Dimitri, who is furiously writing down something in a little notepad that he has. You have actually never seen him this concentrated before.
So, what you writing down now, Dimitri?
Shh, he's quiet for the first time.
Yeah.
too late.
Well, honestly, after hearing Yaka, I'm taking this, like, I'm kind of, you know what? After hearing
What
Yaka,
a
I'm
creepy
kind of
ass
leaning more
bitch!
for it.
Fuck her! She's the one that fucking locked me up, that stupid cunt. Fuck her, dude. I'm glad she's fucking dead. Got betrayed by a
no.
Sarac. Ha!
Hey,
Me
how
too,
about
you
you?
fucking
How about-
bitch.
How about you shut the fuck up for once?
Good
in your life,
fucking
alright?
riddance. Piece of shit. He wanders off.
Oh.
Well, upstairs then?
I'd rather listen to Dimitri speak for 2 days straight than listen to that thing for 1 second.
Jay and his NPCs. I know.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. upstairs.
All right.
I mean,
You guys head towards the stairs. You see spiral staircase similar to one you've seen before, with a green flame torch illuminating skulls that are like the French whatever we talked about, this catacombs, right, where they're just stuck in the wall on little shelves, right, that just yellowed skulls that just go all the way down, covered in cobwebs and all manner of other things. And you see that the staircase goes up and down. You guys want to go up?
Yep.
All right, who's leading the charge?
Abe, I guess.
Abe?
Yeah, that's me. I'll go.
Okay. So, you guys to begin to descend down the staircase.
Or ascend, right?
What's that?
We're ascending, right?
Yeah, we're going up.
We're going up or down?
Up.
No, yeah, we're going up to go find a spot on those like.
Very
stairs for
well.
rest.
You begin to ascend the staircase. As you walk for 5 minutes, probably 25 feet or so vertically, you find yourselves the third level, which is over here. Let's see if your tokens are in the right place. Oh, there. So you come out right here. As you see, the stairs continue to go up in front of you, and there is a closed, like, iron door. Or it's a wooden door, closed wooden door.
we want to go up one more. Where we slept last time.
If
No,
everybody else is
I
ready.
think-
Or we slept in the lair of
Wait, we
Belcor's last time.
Yep.
We did, yeah.
Second floor, we slept in the
Okay.
ring.
Ring.
right?
Yep.
Oh, you're right.
So we can probably sit in Belcor's lair again.
Cobalt, you would remember that there in the next room over, there's literally the room on the other side of this door is literally nothing. Except for, remember that wall that was transparent because of
Yeah.
illusion magic, and there's a little crawlway that leads there to Yaka's chamber.
Actually, wait. There was a. It was a room that pretty much looked at nothing with a crawl space.
Yeah,
that led
it's
to-
like it's like a T intersection of about 15 by 10 feet or so. I mean, you guys would be pretty crammed in there, but you could get some rest.
We can probably get some rest in this cove, like right through here. Although, the place where we found the skull. I say yes. I just say really quietly.
Hey, we're close to my place. Why don't we just stay at my place? It's fucking cozy as hell in there. I've been there like 1,000 years or so. It's
Let's
fucking
just go
sweet.
Let's just go up to Wither's office.
Oh, that sounds like a great idea, you guys. Yeah, let's go to Withers, and he'll fucking kill all of you, put me back. Because honestly, I'm about done with your shit.
Well, if we find him, we can kill him first.
I don't
He's
think
going
we're
to
in any shape
evade
to
us
kill
again.
him right now.
We can't really
Right.
risk. We can't. I don't know if we could really risk getting ambushed by somebody like that in the night.
Never thought I'd say this. Let's go to Yaka's place.
Yeah, you know what? I was going to say the
Yeah,
same.
come on, guys. Let's fucking go. Rager
Fine.
all night long.
Ragnar, can you cast
I
that
feel like I should
silence
establish
thing
here.
that you do, like just on him all the time?
It's an
Only
area
I
of
could.
effect. Yeah.
Does any of us have the silent spell?
Yeah, it's an area of effect thing though.
I mean, that's better than nothing.
Yeah, it's a point in range. I don't think Yaka.
Nah, it's station. Yeah, it's
That was- no,
station.
that was a
It's.
joke.
I know. It was good. We all took it way too seriously. All right, so
We
where do you want
place
to
it
go?
on top of Yaka, though.
Let's make a decision.
Get to Yaka's chambers and let's just get down.
No, Will, I was actually considering it, bro.
You have it prepared?
I believe I do. Right? Yeah. I do.
Azaka pushes past the group of
Excellent.
you guys fucking around and
Keep it.
pushes open the door, and
Just in case.
you are in this room that is empty other than a crawlway that rests on the floor. And you can see a small patch of like dead eye stalk mold.
To Yaka's chambers.
Away we go.
Yaka's chambers.
Yaka immediately bolts forward into the crawlway. You can hear his voice echoing, "Come on!"
I'm beginning to regret every decision I've made in my entire life.
All right, so you guys begin going through the crawlway,
I'm mostly just regretting letting Abe touch that skull.
and you yeah, I mean, right off the dick, too. Didn't even check it out or nothing.
Maybe I shouldn't have studied in magic. I could have been a great lawyer.
And you guys make your way
You don't know that.
into Yaka's chamber, where there's a pedestal and a barren room with a secret door at the top of steps. The secret door is closed.
Seal off this room with the dome and settle in.
Sure.
All right. So Cobalt begins laying his what is it called?
Tiny hut.
Tiny hut with the string.
Tiny hut.
Do you want to just keep it confined in this room, or do you want to try to like go outside the room and stuff with it?
Interesting question. I imagine it's pretty safe even if we like go outside the boundaries, so perhaps I can go a little bit outside of it.
Okay. So like a 5-foot cube or something like that out of it?
Sure, yeah.
You can basically make it whatever size you want at this point because there's a little room in here. But you guys are gonna have to sleep on top of each other and shit. It's a tough night.
Yeah,
tonight.
I'll go a little bit outside just so we have a little bit of room for
Perfect.
Anybody else.
While he's doing that, is there anything anybody else would be like to be doing?
Gridrum, do you have the resources to remove curses?
I believe I do. Let me double check that. Yep, I have one slot for it. Or I guess. Oh yeah, no, I got plenty of higher level slots actually. What is it, Yoros? What do you need?
Could you do something about my everything right now?
The goatness.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't really been an issue, but I'm afraid of it progressing.
Yes, it is odd that we have no explanation for that as well. Serac really does scare me. I'll try what I can.
All right. You're gonna pray over him and cast remove curse.
Yeah, why not? Let's try it out.
I mean, a little more animalistic isn't the worst thing, but...
Use the
Yep.
spell.
Yep. As you begin focusing your divine energy, you close your white glowing eyes, and light begins to glow within your hands. And you rest your hand on Yoros, and as soon as you rest your hand on Yoros, as if it was an illusion fading off of you, it just shimmers away.
Smooth. Thank you, Gridrum.
Well,
Are you
you're
comfortable being a
welcome.
woman, Abe?
No, I was just going to ask, can you do that for me too? Me next.
I gotta look at that one.
Did we already?
Yes.
Did we ever try?
Yes, you did. You did try
Remove curse though? I thought it
yeah.
was greater restoration.
I think.
No, he used remove curse.
Fuck.
Ah.
I don't think on me. I don't think he did that on me, but I don't know.
I thought he
I
did
remember.
greater
I
restoration.
remember immediately after it happened, I tried something.
I thought it was greater restoration.
Was it greater? All right. Well, let me.
No, because
let
it was
me-
like super early in the day, and we didn't want to. We wanted to like,
Oh.
if something
But
worse
I was
happened.
gonna say he didn't do anything to me yet. He never tried.
He did.
because
He
I
did.
was-
He tried one
Okay.
thing. I know he tried one thing for sure.
Yeah,
That's what I
I'm
remember,
fairly
but-
certain it was remove curse.
I'm pretty sure it's remove curse too. But you know what? Daddy
thought
can
it was
check
the-
his notes.
I thought he used the bead.
Because like we were making jokes about being a woman not being a curse. I think.
Oh
let's see,
yeah, we were making jokes about that. Let's see. I can tell you right now what'll
Let's
fix it.
see.
Because there's only one thing that's gonna fix it, and I gotta make
Another
sure.
wish spell.
Is it a wish?
Yeah.
Great. So now Abe needs 2 wishes. One to get rid of his womanness, and one to get rid of the
Okay,
skull.
you are fairly certain you tried remove curse.
Damn.
And I do have one other
Alrighty,
means that
well.
I could try, but it's like,
All right, you
do
want to
I
get?
risk?
You,
Do I? I
Go
have
ahead.
a vial of that water.
Well,
Well,
if you tried remove curse, then maybe greater restoration works.
Yeah, if Grydrum has a favor bead to use.
I believe I do.
right, fuck it.
Yep.
It can't touch it at this point.
all right, so
Let's try it.
Grydrum, you hold the glowing bead in your hand, and you touch Abe, and as the glowing fades from the bead, Abe, you get this really bad chest pain, right? And your
Oh,
legs
boy.
start to get sore, and you buckle from the pain, right? And looking up at the group of you is a man
Ah,
with a beard, a
Dang
short
it.
goatee, the hair
Your beard was there the
grown
whole
short,
time.
grown
you're
shorter.
still blue.
I'm still blue? Ah, fuck, I'm still blue. But I'm a man?
You are a man now.
I'm a man again. Oh, Jesus Christ. I didn't say Jesus. Oh, Timora, that was the most
Yeah.
painful few days of my life.
I saved
fuck
your token so I could always change it back.
Alright.
Hey, you can thank Lathander for that.
Alright, left-hander gets my thanks this time. This time.
This one time.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do? Cobalt, you get your spell off, and as it does, from the walls hang little balls of yarn. Yep. There's little
Nice.
throw pillows and cushions that are kind of thrown around this dusty chamber.
Yep.
And I need to post this back in the vault of reflection. All right, what would you guys like to do now? Oops.
I'm set to rest. I got nothing else.
Who will be taking watch? Do you guys want to set up a watch, or you just want to roll with it?
I assume you're first.
I don't care.
What did you just say? Haleth?
I said, I don't care.
Just making sure.
And like you kind of always go first. It's kind of tradition at this point.
Sure.
Who's going after Haleth? Or who, with Haleth or whatever? Haleth Ann.
I'll go with Haleth. Why not?
Abe, did you talk? It was really low.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's like the first split second of what you're about to say is not as loud.
Alright, I'll dick with the audio during the break.
The break, yeah, we're about to go to break here in a second. So Abe, you're first, or you're with Haleth?
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And then Euros, right, is always next.
I'm
No,
3
you're
and 4.
Yeah, that's right, 3 and 4. So who wants to be next?
I'll probably chair one with Yoros then.
Okay, so that'll be on 3. How about Zaka and
Dimitri, that'd be fun.
Dimitri? Nice. And then Cobalt and Euros, and then who wants to take the 4th?
I guess that's me.
Grydrum and Euros.
Wait, no, you were with Haleth, right?
No, Abe is.
First
Well,
one.
yeah, Abe said he wanted to, so
Yeah, he got to it
I was
first.
just saying like whatever.
All right. As you guys settle in on your throw pillows and whatever gear that you have left, Haleth and Abe stay up with both of their swords like stabbed into the ground, kind of illuminating the room. And that's where we're gonna take our break.
Alrighty.
See you guys in a little bit.
check? No. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Testing.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I gotta fix that. Here we go. Looks like the worst just passed us, so.
Sorry, guys. I was eating my dinner. I hadn't eaten yet. Whew. That was really good. I had a Reuben sandwich. So good.
Ooh.
Homemade, like my girlfriend made it. It's fucking gangster.
What's in it?
A Reuben? It's rye bread with corned beef, sauerkraut, and then Thousand Island dressing on it.
Giovanni, we live in New York. How have you not had a Reuben?
Seriously, Reubens are like my favorite kind of
Yeah,
sandwich.
I guess I spent too
They're
much
so
time
good.
in Buffalo.
They're my second favorite kind of sandwiches, actually. But yeah, I love them so much. I just scarfed it down so fast, I was choking on it, and I had to drink water so I could breathe again.
That sounds real good. Yeah, Brennan, this is definitely something I've like had before, and I just didn't care to remember the name.
You
Yeah,
just had no idea what it was at the time, I guarantee it.
I usually just smother it in Thousand Island dressing because I really like sauce on sandwiches. That's like the best.
You guys see the new stuff in Strixhaven?
I haven't seen anything in it.
Looks great, actually.
One of the new spells is fucking wild. Like,
Yes, the silvery barbs.
yeah, they need to like errata something.
Okay,
It's insane.
So the general gist of this spell is, you can use a reaction whenever an enemy uses either a attacking spell, a spell save, or
Whenever
ability check.
an enemy rolls a d20,
Yes, whenever they roll a d20, you can like cause them to roll like another dice and then take the lower result of that dice. And then you can use like
yeah, and then
then
you
can,
choose
like,
another creature that gets advantage on their next roll.
Wait. So basically, you can like give disadvantage to a creature.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And
better
then
than that,
advantage
too,
to one
because,
of your
like,
allies.
It's better than that too, because like instead of like disadvantage, you can just straight up like I think it can overcome legendary resistance.
No, because the creature has to roll a d20. Legendary resistance, they just choose to succeed.
Yeah,
that's
that's
true.
true. That's true. Does anybody have a description on this spell?
Yeah,
I
you
can
magically
post it.
distract the triggering creature and turn its momentary uncertainty into encouragement for another creature. Triggering creature must re-roll the d20 and use the lower roll. You can then choose a different creature you can see within range. You can choose yourself. The chosen creature has advantage on the next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw it makes in a minute.
I saw that.
shit.
What's this called again?
Silvery Barbs.
Barbs.
The craziest thing,
yeah.
it's a first fucking level spell.
That is pretty crazy.
And it's from
I
They,
think it
enchantment.
should have
So
at least
It's not
been,
that.
like, a
It's
second
not
or
that
third level spell.
powerful. It's not that powerful though.
Wizards of the Coast rewrote that or did something with it in the what do they do? Errata.
yeah.
Yeah.
They did something with that spell in the recent errata that they put out.
I did not see it in there.
I don't
actually.
think
I
it's
thought
that powerful though. You cause a creature to have disadvantage. Oh, but it's after.
But it's after the
basically
fact,
After they
yeah.
roll.
It's like making somebody re-roll with a luck point.
But before you determine the result.
Yeah.
Also consider it like this: it's a first level spell, which means like somebody who can get the magic initiative feat can get the spell.
Yeah, or Fey Touch. But like the big thing is people with 4 first level spells to burn can just give disadvantage on anything a fucking monster makes, any saving throw.
And if they're a wizard at level 18, they can just like
The thing that
use
it
this
doesn't-
whenever.
The thing that it doesn't clarify for me is what the trigger is. You magically distract the triggering creature. So what is the trigger?
Casting time is 1 reaction which you take when a creature you can see within 60 feet of you succeeds on an attack roll, ability check, or saving.
Oh fuck! So it's after they succeed.
Yeah.
That's sick, man. That's awesome. That's like a time wizard.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool, man.
It's so fucking powerful.
That's cool. But they can still
would-
succeed, though. I mean,
Yeah,
fuck. If a dragon has a +10 to their spell or like to their dexterity save, and you cast fireball, it doesn't matter if they roll a fucking 4 or a 5. You know, they're gonna fucking succeed.
Yeah, but if they got +4 to wisdom and you cast polymorph on them,
Then they might have failed the first time. I don't know if this necessarily needs a rewrite. It's still a luck point.
I feel like if it was just like a second or third level spell,
Yeah,
would be fine.
right. It needs a higher level.
It's
I
the
hear
fact that it's a first level spell that makes it so broken.
So
I hear
here's the
you.
thing, like they introduced like 5 new spells in that book. All of the other spells, except for this one, were second level. And I'm kind of like wondering, like, why wasn't this one second level as well? Was it?
I didn't notice that.
Was it?
I mean, that's pretty fucking sweet spell, dude. I mean,
I think it's a good spell, but at the
it's
same
pretty
time, I
cool.
think it might be a bit.
Yeah, it's
I don't think
objectively a good
it's that
spell.
overpowered.
I don't think it's that overpowered. Because it also costs
it
a
is really good,
reaction.
though.
So if you used your reaction already, you know, or you know, it uses a resource at least along with your spell slot. It's like shield, adding a +5. So in theory, when I heard this from Matt Colville, who did all the math, but it's like when you roll with advantage, it's like rolling one die with a +5. Right. So in theory, when you do shield, you're getting a +5 to your AC, right? It's kind of the similar thing. It's a reaction. It's a first level spell, and you subtract 5, basically. But
Artificers can add +5 to any roll that they see as a reaction, and they can do it
if you
over and over and over.
If you write down the roll of like 1,000 die. Right, overall, it's going to be an average of +5. If you're picking the higher, right, and if you're picking the lower, it's an average of -5. So I mean, first level spell if you're basing it off of shield.
So this spell is available to bards, sorcerers, and wizards, as well as anybody who obtains the Silver Quill Initiate.
Yeah, but you gotta.
That's what it's called. Yeah.
Right, but I mean, I don't. I think if DMs start just allowing that in their game, like, oh, you can take any written background, right? Well, this background automatically comes with feats and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's not gonna fly in my game.
No, that's totally fair. Like the feats in this.
If
game
you're
are pretty
playing
ridiculous.
Strixhaven, that makes sense, right? But it doesn't make sense that your background gives you a feat. That's just not
I'm
fair.
actually thinking about running a Strixhaven game at some point in the future. So
That seems interesting.
yeah. There's another spell in that game that's pretty cool as well. It's called Vortex Warp. And it's straight up like you can teleport somebody else like to any point within 90 feet. And you can like teleport them into walls as well. It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Oh, that one too. So say I was a Chronogear wizard, would you allow me to take that spell?
Yeah, the spell's fair game. It's the Strixhaven has backgrounds or whatever that come with free feats that include a list of spells.
Oh.
Yeah, like your the backgrounds
Even then,
just give you a bunch of spells.
This spell is available to like
Eberron does that too.
Right,
But,
right,
like,
with your
if
house, right?
If I was to allow this spell, I would say like this is a second level spell instead of a first level spell. That's pretty much the only change I would do.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I'd love to see it. You know, that's burning your resources, bro. You know, how often do you even use your first level spells when you're 9th level? Barely at all. Now you do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cool with it. I guarantee you one of you guys are going to take this spell in the next game.
Plus, it burns your reaction, so say goodbye to your counterspell abilities.
Yep.
And
Or your shield.
And shield, yeah.
Yeah.
And it gets rid of a whole bunch of
It
other
does.
stuff.
I think it's pretty. I think I don't think it's OP
Is it
either. Not that much.
powerful? Yeah, but
Yes.
OP, no.
Yeah, I don't think it's overpowered, but it's definitely strong.
It's strong. It's very strong.
For sure. But it's also super swingy too. Like you're just as likely to roll a 1 on the next one. You know what I mean? As you are to rolling a fucking crit. You know, it varies so wildly that it's, you know, like a wild magic Sorge table. You know, it's
But
like
like it, you know, if the enemy ends up rolling like a critical hit, then you can just roll this and then be like, okay, there's like now a 1 in 20 chance where you can roll.
that's a
that
pretty
again.
good use of it. Yeah.
It is a very good use of it.
That's
yes.
pretty good use of it. Save it
It's
for when
also
somebody
technically a
crits.
save or suck spell. Because if they succeed, it literally does nothing.
Nothing.
You just wasted a resource.
Yeah. Okay.
Also,
Be
I'm
good
back
on
in
a
my-
on a
Also,
arcane
I'm
trickster
back in my
though.
general place again. It looks like the worst has finally gone off.
Good. Very good.
Yeah. The worst has passed by. That's what I meant to say.
I can see this real well for like a time wizard or a bard. I love this for a bard. This is just like their That ability where they yell at you and then you.
Yeah, it's like
have to
cutting
listen.
words.
Cutting words, right?
It's kind of like a better cutting words, actually.
Yeah,
when you
it
think
is.
about
It's
yeah.
cool. It's a cool spell. I really like it. I hadn't seen it yet, so thank you guys for showing that to me.
Yeah, the other one, Wither and Bloom, is the only druid one. I just added that to my list. That's cool. You deal necrotic damage, and any allies, one ally in the area, they can spend a hit die.
Huh.
That's true. Yeah. That's a really cool
you
one.
just added that to your spell list, like Euros' spell list?
Yeah,
Cool. All right, I'd love to see it. All right, so let's play D&D again.
All right. All right.
All right, so I had lots of fun though. Thank you. So the group of you, begin. Hello, are you speaking, Will? Oh my God, that sounds
wow.
you are
horrible.
underwater right now. Holy
Yeah.
shit!
That's rough. Nope, nothing. It's like muted.
Nope.
Nope. Nothing.
Did a wire get unplugged? It was like really crackly right before.
Well, it gets crackly when I use voice meter. Are you using voice meter? No, I don't know. We can move over you for just a split second, and we can cut back to Haleth and Abe later. You can keep working on it if you want to. We'll just continue with another group of people. So and we'll cut back to you guys. So Azaka and Dimitri, huh? Dimitri is just talking Azaka's whole ear off, and she's very irritated. But the funny thing is, Yaka keeps cutting in, and while Dimitri is like recounting a tale of, you know, his heroism or whatever, Yaka cuts in. It's like, you lying piece of shit, that didn't fucking happen. Right, and Dimitri's like, oh yes, it definitely happened. Azaka's just rolling her eyes like, oh God, this is the fucking worst. But Cobalt and Euros are roused awake. Is there anything you guys would like to talk about?
Like just kind of commiserating how shitty the situation is.
I'm like focused more on the fact, like at this point, like with a moment of rest, I'm kind of looking down in a minute, and I realize like, shit, I just like gave up my right arm.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, it's starting to hit you.
It's starting to hit me now.
Yeah. Oh,
And,
that's
like,
rough.
Why the hell did I do that?
Certainly braver than I was.
It was foolish, was what it was.
I know I was contradicting Abe before when he said there's a difference between courage and foolhardiness, but that was solidly in the courage corner.
You think so?
Without a doubt in my mind. We were spinning in circles, arguing with each other.
I suppose so. I got annoyed with all the infighting and all the who should sacrifice what during that conversation. I think I just kind of got annoyed to the point where I just stuck my arm through that thing and was just decided to let nature take its course. Man, life without a right arm? What? I suppose, I mean, there's probably some type of wizard or something, or somebody who can, like, help regrow it, but this is going to take a lot to get used to.
Are you good, Will? Yeah, you're just using your other mic for now.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm just going back to my headset mic.
Okay.
Super bummed
Still
out.
sounds good. So.
Yeah, it's okay. You can get it worked out by the next time we hang out. So
Yeah, you got some time.
2 weeks from now, yeah.
Yeah.
Or 3 weeks from now. I
Well,
suppose.
it's like the cord looks like it's like loose in there, and that's what's causing the issue. Like,
Yeah, that's. Oh yeah.
Shoot. Okay.
Oh,
I guess
That's
that's what I
weird.
get for buying a secondhand microphone.
Oh god.
One of those
Well,
things where you got to hold it in exactly the right position.
You're a creative guy. You'll figure it out. You'll have that thing up and running in no
Maybe find
time.
another cord or something.
But
better
I'll
cord.
figure it out.
yeah, is there anything else that Yoros and Cobalt want to talk about?
Hey, so it's gonna take a while for us to get out of here. I know that, but do you have any magic, or do you at least know any magic that can say regrow an arm?
Personally, no. I know people back on the coast who did, but it's been a few years, and they were much more experienced than I was. At least they were much older than I was.
Hey, I mean, I've been there, Like, you're only a first-year student at the university. Like, you're only a first-year student at the university, and, like, your brother is, like, top of his class researcher that's exploring the world, trying to solve all these problems, You kind of feel a little bit out of your class at that point. But, I mean, if we do get back, perhaps you could try to hook me up with somebody?
Absolutely, Cobalt. I don't know why you thought you had to ask.
I mean, I felt like it would have been a little weird if I was just like, if I just came out of nowhere and said, hey, I need to see somebody for this arm situation. Might as well just tell you right now, just in case.
You both hear a grinding and sliding noise. And we're going to cut back to where Abe and Haleth were. Actually, is it grinding and sliding? No. I'll tell you. You hear a ruckus, which I will determine in a minute. Abe and Haleth, did you guys want to talk about anything on your rest, your watch?
Nothing in particular, unless you had anything.
I didn't have anything, but I did want to do something.
Mhm.
If I could see if I can locate the immovable rod.
Yes, you can see if you can locate the movable rod. Do you want to cast locate object
Correct.
on the immovable rod?
Correct.
As you send out your divine consciousness out through the dungeon, you get a ping 2 levels down.
I will. I'll tell Abe. I'll say. I think I know where the rod is being held.
Where is it? It would be beneficial for us to get that back. It was quite helpful for a long time.
Well, I think we might be seeing it tomorrow if we find it. It's on the next level.
The one below where we just were.
Correct.
We'll have to, I think Yaka said that one of the dwarves would probably take it for himself, so...
Are you guys talking shit about me? I can hear you over there, you pieces of shit. You see him resting on his pedestal.
Is he inside or outside the dome?
He's in the dome.
Oh, fuck, why'd we let him in here? But yeah, I think one of the dwarves probably has it, so we'll have to keep an eye out for them. probably kill anyone we come across. I mean, they're undead, so they deserve death anyways.
Yeah, I guess.
What is wrong with you? The whole time that I have known you, the entire time that we are in this jungle, you were so eager to put down any undead that we ever came across, and all of a sudden you do not care anymore.
Well, I mean, an undead is an undead, but a Serak, that is a different story. He should die.
Aren't the undead an affront to your faith or something like that? I mean, every time that you came across an undead, you were so eager to strike it down. You even were hesitant to raise up that one, whatever his face was, on the level above us when you came across him, because you didn't want to create bring another undead into this world. It seems odd that you're just so indifferent about it.
Yeah. I
guess
don't know. I suppose they should all die. You're right.
Of course they should all die. They're evil. They're an affront to the natural order of things. It just is.
They
It's
are, of
strange
course.
to see you this way. I guess this place is changing all of us a little bit. I don't know if that's good or bad yet.
Well, I know one thing, and that is we need to find the Serak and stop him.
Agreed. Agreed.
Both of you hear voices inside of your head that also say agreed.
Oh, Shigambi.
Yep, and Unk.
Yeah. I was like, wait, who the fuck is in my head? No, I mean, it's different. I mean, yesterday I had Ijin poking around inside my brain, and now Shagambi's in there, and you know,
I
one
suppose
minute
these gods do have some influence over our persons.
Do you
but,
believe what? Do you believe what Napaka said, that they are not gods, but they are trickster spirits? And if that is the case, was it wise to ever let them in the first place?
I never believed them to be gods in the first place. To put such a spirit on the same level as Helm, per se, it's just not the same.
I suppose.
Sure, they have
It's
powers and abilities, but a god, I don't think so.
That's a fair point. I had assumed, you know, there are so many legends and myths, it's hard to discern what is just been handed down for generations, and I had never heard of Ubtao before I came to this place, but you see him all around us in the jungle, and to find out that, you know, his heart is floating in the sky above the Aldani Basin, it's incredible to think about in a way.
It does put things into perspective for sure. I agree with that.
Alright, when we first came here and everyone was praise Ubtao this and praise Ubtao that, I thought it was just myths and legends, but now actually spending some time in the jungle, I don't know.
Well, you can see Azaka's reaction when she first found the sign that he was existing. You know, maybe these people here, they want to believe that it is more than just legend, but all they have to reside on is the legend itself.
So maybe gods are just what you need them to be at times then. I wonder if that did make the trickster gods real gods after all.
I guess.
It's a thought. Either way,
God
it's-
bestows their followers with gifts, and these tricksters are doing just that.
That's fair. I mean, Ijin felt like a curse at times. I'm not going to lie. I mean, my journal entry from yesterday is scrambled. I tried looking over it a second ago, and there's gibberish in there. But
I guess now that you mentioned it, ever since Ankh has inhabited my mind, I am having a difficult time on determining what's what, on what I should do and what we're doing here. But now that you mention it, I do have one goal in my mind, and one goal only.
defeat Sirak?
That's right.
Agreed. At least all of us, even the undesirable ones amongst us, at least have that goal and it will serve their purpose for now. Except for Yaka, he can suck a dick.
Well, I can suck yours now.
Yes, you can. I wouldn't let you near it though.
Okay.
He makes chomping noises.
I know how you like to eat gems. If you catch my drift.
Hey.
Dick jokes.
That was a good one.
That's me,
Family jewels.
All right.
Hey,
so,
you can say it now.
Hey, the family jewels. I like that.
I was gonna give.
Came back.
I was gonna give inspiration out anyways. So round of inspiration. Not Grydrum just yet, but actually with Yoros's and Cobalt's watch. Cobalt, how far out did you put your dome?
I would say about 5. I would say about 10 meters actually outside
10
of Yaka's place.
Okay, and how big is the sphere? It's like 20 feet in diameter,
Let me double check.
or circumference.
I think it's 10-foot radius, so 20-foot
Radius.
diameter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, 10-foot radius. So like it would be halfway outside of. I'd say about 5 feet outside of Yaka's place, and then 15 feet inside of it.
Yeah. Well, I got a little circle right here. Oh, it would be like that. Okay. Oh, but it's only like 5 feet around here, right? So it actually would be.
Yeah, I mean,
here.
so this tile could be the spawn point.
Okay. So,
10, 10.
Cobalt, you get the sense. Actually, you can hear it, right? You can hear. And some muttering and mumbling coming from this crawl space.
Can I pick up what they're saying?
Make a perception check, but Yoros, you hear it as well, so you can also make a perception check.
Okay. Perception check. 10.
Wow.
You can't make it out, but it's speaking common. It's just like mumbling to itself.
Interesting.
Yeah, but you can't see it because it's in this crawl space. But if you crawl down the crawl space, you might figure out what it is. But you have a sense that it can't get in the dome, whatever it is.
That's good at least.
Does the dome extend into the crawl space too,
does.
or
Yeah, it does, right? It's a 20 foot whatever. Does
Yeah,
it?
5 feet outside of Yaka's place. That's essentially where it is.
Yeah.
And then 15 feet inside of it.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just down the crawl space a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll peer around looking. I mean, staying in the dome as much
Like
as I
that?
can, but
This is level plus intelligence.
5, 10, 15,
It's
20.
a 20-foot diameter.
Yep, that's
so-
it right there.
So it's 26.
yeah. So I'll just like, oh, that's fidget picking. Just like poke my head around here. See if
Yep,
I can see
you can.
anything.
Yeah, you
I'll
do.
go invisible first.
Oh, okay. You go invisible as you peer in, and you can see this hunched over, cramped humanoid figure with its hands up against the dome, feeling in the darkness. And it's just muttering to itself. It's Hightower.
I drop invisibility and like start trying to drag him in. Hightower, where did you come from? What happened?
Can you drag him in?
Cobalt would have to allow him. I think.
So I hear that this is Hightower. I hear that it's his voice, and I look over to Euros and I say, "Is that Hightower?"
Don't wake up, Fiona.
All right, sure. Are you sure?
I poke Hightower in the forehead. Feel
I'll
something?
wake up Fiona then.
Yeah, you stick your hand through the dome and poke him in the forehead. He says, "Oh, what's all that then?" And you wake up Fiona, who stirs awake. What is it? I thought I didn't have watch tonight.
This is something important.
Yes.
I'd recommend you step back. And I'll say, Hightower is here.
Hightower.
Hightower.
Where?
It's right outside the tent.
Yep.
Right outside the tent.
Yep. She, steps over a couple of people and wanders over to the crawl space right next to Yoros. Well.
Hightower, what are you doing? Get in here.
Cobalt, do you want to allow Hightower in?
I'll hold Yoros back and I'll say, wait a minute. He's been gone for a long time. What if he's been... I'll kind of whisper over to Yoros. I'll say, what if he's been, mind controlled?
Then we find a way to break it.
Can I, make an insight check on Hightower?
Sure. Make an insight check.
Cool. Where's...
Roll well.
I'm hoping to. Inside check. 14?
All right, you do get something. This is, for all intents and purposes, definitely Hightower. But something is different about him. He when you're talking about him in earshot with him, he's just kind of staring off into space. He seems kind of absent.
Doesn't he seem a little weird to you? It seems like whenever we're not talking to him, he's just staring off into space. Even when we're talking about him, even if we're talking about him, he always was just up and at him. He was ready to do whatever he would for the party, for this mission. But he seems a bit absent. Do you not notice this?
We have no idea what happened to him after he disappeared, and we're not going to find out while he's in that crawl space.
He pipes up. Can you help me?
Doesn't he seem different to you, though? He seems like he's not as...
Really?
Listen. I mean, we've spent 2 days without this guy.
Fiona grabbed you by your shoulder and said, if you don't let him in right now...
I'm going to start waking up Crydrum and Howlett in case this dude has a million curses on him.
She steps back from you and summons some lightning in her hand, and she says, let him in.
Are we being
now.
attacked? I'll draw my sword and light it.
Yep.
No, we're not being attacked.
Sword lights up.
By an outside source.
Everybody kind of stirs awake.
What is going on?
Hightower's in the crawlway.
Hightower's here.
Yes, Hightower's here.
Don't know how he got here.
Fiona says yes, and Cobalt is not letting him in.
Why not?
I want to be careful.
He's very confused.
Something about him seems off, and I want to make sure that he's safe.
What
I
do
want
you
to
mean?
make sure that he's
off?
not possessed or anything like that.
Cobalt, you hear a voice inside your head. Don't fucking let him in! Oh no!
Can I peer around and look at Hightower?
Yeah, you have to shove past you have to shove past Yoros and Cobalt. Or well, you just gotta force your way in there, yeah. But you look at him. You see him.
Hightower, how you doing, buddy?
He looks at you dead in your eyes. He says, can you help me? Please.
What you need help with?
Where am I?
You are in the dungeon. What happened to you? You went missing.
I went missing? From where? How did I get in a dungeon?
Does he know who we are? Ask him if he knows who we are.
You know who
Do
we
you
are.
remember us?
He kind of rests on his stomach a little bit with his shoulders, army crawling kind of style, and he looks down at the dusty floor, ponders for a moment, looks back up. Roy, I don't think I know you. No.
Does he have his axe with him?
Detect thoughts.
He does have his axe with him. You're gonna cast Detect Thoughts.
Yeah. Just getting what's on the surface of his mind. If nothing, I'm gonna.
No problem. You begin to make a telepathic connection with him by using your helmet, and as soon as it reaches his mind, it's buffered back. And the spell fails.
Something is going on with him. I tried to look into his mind, and something's pushing me out.
We do sense something weird.
He doesn't seem to be harmful, though.
But he does have his axe. Yeah, you see it on his back.
He seems pretty harmful with that axe on his back. I don't know if you remember when, he would fight things in battle. He was, a demon of sorts. Like, if there's something in his brain, there's that it pushes you out, there's something wrong with him.
Maybe we can try.
He cannot be trusted.
I'm just saying that somebody like that who has been gone for 2 days, and we don't know about their awareness and all that, and they just come in all willy-nilly, like saying they just want back in. I don't really trust that. I want to make sure.
But we
that
can't
they're
just
safe.
do nothing. We have to try and help.
He reaches his hand out towards the dome and says, "Please, I can barely see. Can you please help me?"
Give us a minute.
We have to do something. We can't just leave him.
Well, what do we do? Do we dispel something?
Fiona says, "Let him
curse?
in.
It could be a curse. Just come down a little bit.
We have solved greater problems than some measly curse on him.
I
Abe
agree.
was
I
a
don't see any
woman a
harm.
couple hours ago."
No, that's a fair point.
He still is.
The loudmouth
Anyway.
woman makes a good point there. Perhaps tell him to leave his axe behind so that he cannot attack us, and then perhaps let him in.
He can still try to choke us.
Fiona
So
says,
then,
Hightower would
Hightower.
never part with his axe.
that is not Hightower in that brain of his right now. Something is in there. It pushed Halith out. He doesn't know who we are.
Maybe he got confused or ensorcelled by some kind of spell.
I agree. I
Maybe
think
we
that
should
is
ask
very
him
probable.
something that only the real Hightower should know. I don't know.
He doesn't even know where
Ask
he
him-
is, Cobalt.
Ask him what 2 + 2 is. If he answers correctly, it's not him.
That's not him. Yes.
I can
Hightower,
do what I can,
look.
but
Hightower, we can help you, okay? You have to trust us.
He nods.
If you wouldn't mind disarming yourself and leaving your axe behind, we can help you.
He nods and undoes the strap or whatever that covers him laying down, and he sets it on the ground next to him.
That's
I look
not
over to
Hightower.
Fiona and
Yeah,
I
something
say,
is very wrong with him.
I look over to Fiona and I say, so Hightower would not part with his axe then, is that correct?
Fiona is bewildered.
Well,
Not
he is unarmed, yeah.
I don't have nothing.
If he tries anything, we knock him unconscious and just deal with it in the morning.
All right, so you want to let him in? Cobalt?
If it's without his axe,
Yep. Everybody's telling you to do it.
then sure.
All right. You allow him to pass through, and as he's resting his hand on the sphere, it goes through, and he slowly begins army crawling back into the room.
I'll walk up to them and say, I think I might be able to cure this affliction of yours. I'm not sure, but if you let me lay my hands out on you, I can do what I can.
He says, Oh, wait a minute. Who are you people?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Friends Hightower.
You're my friends.
What is the last thing you remember, Hightower? You
He
do
thinks.
remember your name, yes?
He thinks and he thinks. And as he's thinking about it, he grabs his head. He says, "Oh, blimey. Oh, I got one killer headache." And he looks up, and Fiona kind of runs over to him and grabs him by his shoulders and says, Hightower, it's me, Fiona. And he just kind of, Fiona. I know that name. Are you Fiona? Yes, I'm Fiona. We're friends, Hightower. We've been through so many things together. Don't you remember? He grabs his forehead. Oh, I barely remember anything. Well, who were the rest of yous?
Friends.
Do you not remember us?
No, I have no idea who you are or where I am. I've been wandering for some time. It's dark.
2 days you've been gone?
Cobalt, can you tell what's affecting his mind? Whatever's keeping Haleth out?
I don't know. Is there a way I can tell what's in his mind?
Seems like
think
abjuration
so.
stuff. I thought maybe it'd be up your alley.
That seems more like a divination type of thing. But I mean, I can try. What type of spell would that work for, though?
Could also be enchanted.
Enchantment, too, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is, Grydrum, do you think you might be able to fix it?
Not at the moment. There's some spells, and maybe I could prepare after a rest. But, for now, I can try curse removal, but that's the best we're getting. I was gonna ask. I can cast it at higher level, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's what we'll do. I'll use that 3rd level slot.
You can cast anything at a higher level.
All right. So yeah, if Hightower, if you'll let me, I
think
will
it's a 3rd level
try
spell.
to heal you now.
He tenses up when you get close to him, and when you get close to him, Grydrum, you notice that he's like bruised a lot, and there's cuts and scrapes on him that haven't healed properly.
Sweet.
You want to cast remove curse on him?
Yep. Let's do it.
You want to post that for me?
Oh yeah. Well,
I just want to read
if you
it.
scroll up a little bit, it's there, but I'll
Oh,
save the time.
Oh, you're
'Cause
right.
I just used it before, but there
You
it
did.
is.
Yeah, I got it. The spell fails. He's not cursed.
Well, this is disturbing. And look at all these injuries he has. Hightower, I don't suppose you know how you got these injuries either.
He shakes his head solemnly, no.
Haleth, can you do that thing you do? Where you sense types of creatures?
Sure.
I have a terrible feeling.
I do divine sense.
Mm-hmm.
See a Tomb Guardian.
Nope, you don't sense anything.
Alright, no, he seems to be
That's
fine.
a relief.
Give me 1 second, actually.
Oh shit.
Hmm.
Thought maybe you couldn't read his mind because he was undead.
All right.
I read those other creatures' minds. They were undead. They just have to
Sure.
have a good intelligence.
You don't sense anything.
I'll walk up to High Tower.
Mhm.
I'll put my left hand on his shoulder,
Yep.
and I'll put my right hand on my rapier,
Yep.
and my eyes go black.
Okay.
And I'll be like, "Are you in there?" As I use my last infernal command to see if he is charmed, and if he is, he cannot be charmed for this turn.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Interesting.
Oh, okay. Okay.
If he's charmed, he
And he
cannot
wouldn't
be for
be
6 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah. He is not charmed.
It's not charm. Okay.
No.
All right, my eyes go back to white.
He's startled by this, right? He sits back and he says,
I said that in
What the-
infernal too, so he didn't understand what I
"What,
said.
what in the nine house?" And he like backs up into the back corner of the room.
That was worth a shot.
They were trying to convince him we're helping.
I was
Exactly.
trying to help him there.
Are we? Are you?
I was. I mean, you were not able to be charmed for those several seconds as well, so it was not just him. I just looked at him with my eyes. They just go black when I do that, you know. It's one of those things. Like how Grydrum's all white in his eyes, well, mine are all black because I made deals with devils, okay?
I'm afraid the only option we have is try what we did on Abe moments ago. But yeah, only in the
Great
morning.
Duration. Yeah.
And if that doesn't work, then I'm not sure what we.
There is one more thing I could try.
This spell. Give me one.
That's spicy.
second.
Holy shit!
Ooh. What is this? 5th level spell? Alright.
Okay.
That's like what we should have started with. We're trying all
Well,
this
it's a
other
5th level
stuff.
spell, so
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
god damn.
Oh damn. Okay.
Yeah, they're pulling out all the stops recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been really reluctant to use these 5th level spells, but might as well.
Good. Saved it for when we needed it.
Yeah, this is a perfect time to be honest. Alright, so
You haven't finished your rest yet, right?
No.
So
yeah, I'm low on slots at this point.
I'll get these back. at least.
Celestial, an elemental, a fae, a fiend, or an undead. As divine magic, powerful divine magic, radiates over Hightower. Nothing happens. The spell fails.
Wow.
I thought for sure this was like the Sohn sisters fucking with him. It's undead. What?
Dang, that's everything.
Elemental, Fae,
Yeah.
Fiend, or Undead.
Unless
like,
it was an aberration.
Celestials, elementals, fiends, and undead had
Well, I'm-
disadvantage on attack. I was like, oh my god.
I'm trying to see what spells I could prepare.
I mean, a little
tomorrow for
metagamey
this.
here, but I'd assume that it
Well,
was a stone
This
system
cave
or
is
a
full of
hag,
blood
so...
smoking.
But apparently not.
There
It
is
still
one
could be it, just
more
maybe something
thing.
different that the spell didn't affect.
Maybe a dispel magic could work if you're able to.
Yeah, that fifth
Doubt
level. If
Does
that
he
fifth
have-
level dispel evil and good didn't work.
Any...
Well, dispel magic and dispel a ninth level spell. You just gotta roll on it.
Does he have any, like, markings that weren't on there? I know he had, like, tattoos, like, any runes, any markings, like he's wearing, like, a new amulet, you know, bracelets.
Make an investigation check.
I'm still tired. Like, I'm waking up. I'm, like, looking at, like, one eye open. Like, is someone making coffee right now, or what?
You don't even remember what Hachar used to look like.
Yeah, right? Wasn't he like did he have a
Was
like
he always a
hair before?
Goliath?
Did he have it? I think he had hair before, right? Did they shave your head?
Wasn't he taller?
Yeah, right? I thought he was bigger than that. I remember him, you know.
Okay. Well, yeah, you don't discern anything from that.
I'm
I do
assuming.
have one other idea, but it's a long shot among all these other long shots, and he has to be asleep.
So we
Oh, you
just,
know
like,
what?
knock him unconscious then?
Are you guys gonna try to kill me?
No, we're trying to help you, Hightower.
He just said he was gonna knock me out.
We just wanted to go into your dreams to see if we could find out what's wrong with you.
Right.
So you need to be asleep to do that.
Right. He kind of stares off blankly. I'm mighty hungry. Do any of y'all have food?
Give him a good berry.
Yep, you hand him a good berry and he looks at it and puts it in his mouth, eats it. Stares off into the distance.
Hightower. What is the earliest thing that you remember?
He begins to think, and he gets he like shivers and holds his head, and ruffles his eyebrows, and for a minute, and you can see that he stops thinking, and then he vomits right there in front of you, and it's nothing but stomach bile and the chewed up pieces of one little good berry.
Oh,
Alright, who needs new
it's just
bedroll?
8.
He holds his head in his hands and holds his stomach.
Can I
Was that-
tell like what caused that physically?
Do you want to make a medicine check, I guess? I don't know.
Yeah, give it a shot.
Seemed like the food made him sick.
That's impossible.
Do we have anything other than good berries? I mean, I kind of have the same reaction when I eat good berries. So do we have anything else we can feed to him?
Says, I'm sorry, I threw up, man. I don't know what's going on with me. I can't think straight.
He's not possessed. It can't be because you casted that spell, and that should have worked, right?
This is a long shot attempt, but can I do like a medicine check on him again and see if there's any evidence of like surgical procedures?
Make a medicine check, please.
Where's medicine? There it is.
Not that you can tell. No stitches or anything like that. Looks like he got pretty fucking beat up.
Well, perhaps the best thing to do is to go back to sleep and let Yoros work his magic. In more sense than one.
Yes, that might be our only option. For now, anyway. Until the morning.
What would you guys like to do?
Can you drink? Are you thirsty? Would you like to drink some water?
He nods.
Take out my water skin and I'll hand that over to him.
Yep, he takes it and stirs it around, drinks some of it, sits on it for a second, then drinks some more, and some more, and some more as the water begins coming down the side of his face.
Somebody makes water in the morning in these places, right?
The jug.
The jug.
You've been using the
Okay.
jug.
I thought we used that for mayonnaise for lunch. Okay, never mind.
Not all the time.
What else am I going to put on my bologna sandwich in this place?
Do you need something on your
Very
bologna
jam.
sandwich?
Do not put mayonnaise on your bologna sandwich.
He
No.
You should.
he takes the water skin down. It's nearly empty, and he hands it back to you. And he leans up against the wall, and he says, "All right, well, I'm awfully tired from my travel, I guess. I do think I need some rest."
It's a good idea, Hightower.
I say to everybody else kind of quietly, and I say maybe we should at least do some shifts for the night, just in case.
We already have.
Oh, I mean, we already were doing shifts. Never mind.
Perhaps we should bring his axe inside, though. Away from him, but so that we don't have a dwarf running around with the corpse layer.
I'll
Let
grab his
Azaka
axe.
hold on to it.
Hold on to it.
But Fiona, if you're all right now, the second he falls asleep, we can try and see if you can break through or something. I mean, who knows if it'll even work? But
And you're asking Fiona to do this?
Mhm.
I'm just reading up on the spell. Let me finish reading the spell real quick.
Yeah.
Hmm. And so when you cast the spell, the creature goes to sleep, or they have to be asleep already?
I believe the target has to be asleep, but the messenger will immediately go into a trance at that point.
All right. So what would the rest of you like to do while you're waiting for Hightower to get some rest? He thanks you all, especially for the water. And he'll say that if they promise to keep him safe, he'll get some rest. Maybe he'll remember some more in the morning.
I will pass back out then.
Okay.
Go back to my bedroll and get comfy back in there, knowing there's nothing much I can do.
What would the rest of you like to do?
I look over.
I'll
the
stay
others.
up for a little bit.
Go on.
Just
I look over
until
the
he falls
Oros and I
asleep.
say, like, you sure we should be able to let this guy? I'm still a little cautious.
That's why we're not just rolling over and going back to sleep.
I have next watch, right? So
Yep.
I would probably just stay up. Yeah.
Okay. So far, Abe is going back to bed. If you guys are gonna do some kind of ceremony, Fiona's gonna stay awake because you want Fiona to do it, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Fiona's up. Dimitri will go back to sleep. Athaka will go back to sleep. Vegetarian Warrior will go back to sleep.
I
Palace,
suppose
you're
I'll
staying
go
up for a
back.
little bit.
I
Cobalt, you're going
suppose
back
I'll
to sleep.
hesitantly go back to sleep since like I
Yep.
I need to go to sleep.
Yep.
But, so
You hear a voice inside of your head, Cobalt, say, "We should sleep on the whole opposite side of the room from him, okay?"
I think I should, yes. I'll stand up and I'll go onto the entire opposite side of this place
Yep. No problem.
and sleep over there.
Yep. So right now, after some time passes, Haleth, do you want to stay up and watch the ritual?
Is Hightower asleep?
He will be soon. If you or do you want to wait for him? to
I'll
go to
stay
sleep?
up until he goes to sleep.
Yep. After 10 minutes, 15 minutes, he goes to sleep.
Yeah. All right. I'll go back to my bedroll.
Okay. We are left with Grydrum, Yoros, and Fiona.
All right.
What would you like to do?
Fiona, you ready?
He nods. I'll get through to him.
It's a long shot if you'll even be able to get into his head. But I'm at the end of my rope here. I don't know what else we can do.
He nods.
Right.
Ledger will start chanting some like prayers to Lathander or something.
Yep, love it. And then so you don't see this, right, Yoros? You just are the vessel for the spell.
Yeah.
Okay. So Fiona sits crisscross as you lay out the ritual around her, and she closes her eyes and in an elf-like meditation goes into an elf-like meditation as she slowly floats off the floor as you cast the spell. A few moments go by with her in this sort of trance, floating off the floor. Is there anything you guys want to do, or you just want to watch?
I'm sitting there with bated breath, so.
You guys can see that Hightower begins shifting, and his eyes are like flitting back and forth under his eyelids. You know that how that it does that?
Rem.
Yes, yeah, they're like going really fast, like he's like reading something extremely fast underneath of his closed eyelids as they're moving. And after a couple of minutes, Fiona lands back onto the ground, right? And she seems bewildered and confused as she opens her eyes and blinks around you guys.
What was it? Did it work?
I don't know. I got through to him, but he couldn't hear me. And he was a child.
Grydrum, what was it like when you did it?
What do you mean?
The dream spell when you talk to.
Oh, that's right. It's the same spell. Everything was very vivid. I pictured myself as I am. Same for Andra. Does this mean Hightower is in the mind of a child?
Fiona says it was confusing. I felt as if I could choose the place where I would meet him. And I chose the garden in the Emerald Enclave headquarters. But there was things missing from the garden. There was weird holes everywhere. It was sinister. But I tried to speak to him as a small child, but he couldn't hear me.
Just like
Very
just more
disturbing indeed.
questions.
I don't know what's wrong with him, but we have to help him.
There are some spells I can try tomorrow, but it is not looking good. It's clear his memories have been destroyed or modified somehow, but he cannot seem to grasp whatever magic is doing it.
Why send him back here?
I would imagine Acerex is just trying to mock us, but it could be even more sinister. Perhaps he is a ticking time bomb. It is hard to think about.
Is there anything else we can do tonight? Fiona will say.
Don't think so.
In my knowledge.
I need to get my rest, or I'm not going to get any of my spells back tomorrow. Fiona turns towards you, Euros, and looks you straight in the eyes. Can I trust you to watch over him while I rest?
Of course.
She nods. And we'll scoot her throw pillows that are on the floor and her little bit of bag, or what's it called? Sleeping bag that she has, and we'll scoot it closer to Hightower and rest. Get some rest. Now it is the final watch of Euros and Grydrum. Is there anything you guys want to do?
Not much. Probably just like discussing like strategies we could try on Hightower, but that would maybe get a little metagamey. Euros, there are some spells I've been considering preparing for tomorrow, but I'm not sure. There's one spell that can give me true sight, I believe is what they call it. I can see the ethereal. I suppose it's worth a shot, but it is a very costly spell.
I don't know what it could be, even. Never mind what it is. Anything at this point is a guess.
And I think I have just enough strength to prepare tomorrow because of this newfound strength that we have all gained. So I suppose I will give it a shot. This is becoming desperate.
Hopefully time will tell, but
Yeah, and then I guess Grydrum will he'll go silent and start just saying prayers again.
Right. You're gonna get your spells back in a couple hours. Might as well pray for them. Pick the ones out you want. Sounds good. All right. So the group of you arise in the morning. As you're waking up, Hightower is still asleep.
You leveled up?
You leveled up. And you know what's funny? If you had the crown of horns, what's it called? The black opal crown, you would not have been able to get a long rest.
Nice.
Oh shit.
Oh
Damn.
wow. Okay.
Like all of us, if it was in our possession, we would.
Everyone within 30 feet that tries to rest within 30 feet of the.
So that means
Exhaustion
try-
Oh, that's
death.
crazy.
Yep, you have nightmares
Wow.
of crazy shit all night.
It's like the bad side of the dream spell.
Hell yeah.
no, we would have been
Dang,
totally
good
screwed
job,
if I tried that divine.
That
I
shit
know,
was
that was clutch.
so
Yeah.
clutch.
So fucking
One of the
So
most clutch
clutch.
moments of the whole campaign. You just rolled
It-
one
it
die.
probably
The
was.
campaign.
One of my most
Yeah.
lucky
He,
moments.
you literally beat that part of the game.
Yeah, he changed the
Well,
whole.
we were
He
10, yeah.
changed the entire ending of the campaign with
One-
one
Oh
die
my
roll.
God. That's
1 in 10 chance of
Carried
that
by
working.
Grydron's faith
1 in 10
left-hander.
chance, and like that rewrote an entire section of the campaign.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that
definitely.
was-
There's no like destroying the crown post game. It's like that's it. The game's over when you beat the game. So
That's awesome.
makes it easier for me.
Yeah, Grydron's got to pay Phantaza another visit at some point. Rub it in
I'm
her
gonna
face.
roll.
Okay, what do you want to roll? To see if you get divine
Divine
intervention. Oh. No.
Your portent rolls.
I'm gonna roll my hit die.
Why? You're not really, are you? Oh, you didn't roll your health yet? That's what you're
Oh shit! See, that's why you
Oh,
roll.
shit.
Hell
That's why
yeah.
you roll.
saying? Oh, he was
Holy
rolling his hit
shit.
points. Oh, I see. You're rolling your hit points. Nice. Wow, that's awesome, Nate.
Yeah,
Couldn't have
because you
got any
fucking
better.
needed more.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's not like you needed it, bud.
Well, that's
know
why I
what?
roll because I don't.
Next
I can-
campaign when I play
I can risk
Paladin,
it
then I
now.
will roll.
Yeah.
How about
Holy
Yeah.
You should always. I rolled and I got a 9 on mine this time. So
I
that?
don't
I'm
ever-
gonna listen.
I
I
don't
gotta,
ever
I
rolled
gotta keep
ever,
my
I rolled a
HP,
2.
though I guess
And I
like
stopped
when I'm
rolling
an-
after that.
Yeah, I
guess
don't
when
roll.
I'm
I
an
don't roll.
Abjuration Wizard, I probably
I
have to
love
roll,
rolling for
but, you
HP.
know.
It's so fun.
Literally,
Alright.
I rolled one time this whole campaign and I rolled a 2.
I'm
And I
a
never
little
did it
baby,
again,
and
but
I
now-
got,
Speaking
like,
of HP, I'll be like,
worth it.
Alice, that amulet that you were wearing that you no longer needed, do you still have it?
I do, but I will warn you.
Which
when
of
you
the
touch this,
which of these spirits was it?
it is Papazotto, the Ibli, the self-absorbed one.
I wonder if I fail and I become obsessed with Papazotto, can I just touch the what was Shagambi's thing again?
A spear.
The wind lance,
have
and
it.
can I just get Shagambi back into my head if I fail?
I suppose that's how it's work. It's not my concern, and I'll toss you the
I
amulet.
catch it.
All right, here's what happens.
They need to fight over you first.
Hold up, I have to figure out what level
Yeah.
that's on because it describes what it looks like when it comes out. Level 3. Was it on level 3? Yeah, it was in the.
Do you have attunement slots
level-
available?
I have one left. That's why I was asking for it. I have
You're
my
attuned to
sword,
your sword and the.
and the
the-
ring of protection.
Oh, and you're not attuned to the lance.
If I am, I'll get rid of it. I don't
Right.
know
don't
if
think
the
you
lance
are.
required. But if it is, then I'll
Yeah,
just
dude.
ditch the lance. I'm only carrying because no one else wanted it. You know.
Yeah, so you see that the reflecting light from like Tal's sword and the light spell that lights up this room. Shadows begin to shift off the walls and across them, forming like as they form together, it forms the outline of a long-legged bird, and its beak strikes out towards you
Mhm.
as a voice echoes through your mind that says, "You will follow my commands."
I'm not following his commands. What kind of save is it?
Charisma, DC something.
I just like how you're still in the
21. I
reverse
can't be
voice.
higher than a 20. I don't think.
So as it comes to strike towards you, you see.
You're still in the reverb voice.
You're still in the Papazotto voice.
Ah! You see a tiger come out in the shadowy, wispy thing with snakes coming out of its head, and it strikes out towards the bird that dissipates into shadowy feathers.
Beautiful. Thanks, Shigambi. Appreciate that one. He sounded like a dick, but
Well,
I really
cats
wanted
always
this
beat
amulet.
birds.
what's that?
Cats always beat birds.
Okay, well, there you go.
All right. So I
Can
am
attune
I
to it.
am I instantly attuned to it, or do I have to
No,
attune to it?
you have to attune to it.
Ah, fuck. So I'll need to hold on to it until our next rest.
All right, so you
Smash
guys wake up. Yaka says, it took you fuckers long enough. Jesus, you sleep like a bunch of babies.
Do you ever sleep at all?
Oh, what the fuck do I need sleep for, you fucking numbskull? Jeez.
Well, you gotta have your beauty sleep.
Were you raised by fucking bricks? You
Wait,
You
wait.
got-
Do you
I
do you
mean,
feel
like,
anything?
You look like you gotta use like your sleeping. You gotta
Do you
have
feel
like
anything?
some like beauty sleep. You look like a fucking train wreck.
He says, you know, if you cast your spells as good as your comebacks, you will probably still have your arm.
That's
It's a low blow.
wow.
True.
Yaka.
At least
thought you would
at
above
least I
that.
still have. At least I have at least one arm.
Yeah.
Unlike some numbskulls I know.
Aha. Fuck you. And he like wanders off. Did you ask something of him, Hal? I didn't hear what you said. Nah, it doesn't matter. Okay.
I didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry.
No, you were talking to him. Everybody wants to get one in on Yaka.
Yeah, I'll try to get one in.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys wake up. What do you want to do? Hightower's still sleeping. He seems like a real sleepy boy.
Who wants to be the one to wake him?
Not me. Except with maybe a mage hand, but I don't know. That's a last ditch effort.
There's a spell I can use that I discussed last night with Yoros. It would give me true sight. I would be able to see into the ethereal plane. I could try it right now, or we could rouse some first.
Hmm.
You can try it while he's still docile. Seems the safest time to do it.
I would
Does that
tend to agree.
And the naval do that too, right? So that's a big time
Oh, does
activation
it?
spell, right? Instead of our cleric spending a 6.
Oh yeah, can the
True,
naval
seeing 3 charges of
the
it.
navel of the moon can do that. And that thing is sick.
Big facts.
What will that do? What will you be looking for?
I don't know. I feel like what has happened to his memories is magical in nature, but it seems this magic is trying very hard not to be detected by us. So we might have to resort to extreme means to see what's actually going on.
Could I perhaps determine what's exactly is going on? Maybe there's some sort of check I can use in order to determine this.
I'm sorry, what are you trying to determine?
I don't know what exactly is going on with him. Like maybe it's in like a spell that's kind of enchanting him at the moment.
I mean, you're gonna have to use context clues.
That's fair.
Unless you have some very specific thing you want to look for or do. Just a roll for an answer is not sufficient.
That's fair. Yeah. Have we determined, like, has there been a point I feel like there's been a point at some point during our adventure where one of us had been like possessed at one point by a ghost.
Yeah, Grydrum got
We
it.
beat him out of it.
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
also that dispel evil and good would have gotten rid of a ghost.
Yeah.
It's an undead.
You want to try to use one of the beads before you use one of your high level spells?
You try that as well. Is it the favor one, right? All right. I'll try using that on him. Greater restore. We're just trying everything at this point.
All right, you use one of the beads for a greater restoration on him.
Yep.
While he rests, you send a wave of divine magic that covers his body, right? And as it sparkles over him while he sleeps, you seem to remove a couple of bags under his eyes, maybe a level of exhaustion. But you don't know of any effects because he's still asleep.
That was for the wand to detect magic.
Gotcha.
I'm going to try to read his mind now.
Yep. You try to read his mind while he is sleeping, and you get, as you sense the connection, you feel a force push you back, and Hightower sits straight up, and he's holding his head. Oi! Oi! What the fuck? As he holds his head.
It didn't work.
But you woke him up, so that is good.
Yep, he looks a little less tired. And he grabs his head and holds it, and he looks up at the group of you. And he says, "Thank you for letting me rest."
Yes,
Feel
you
any
should feel
better?
quite rested after the spell I just cast on you.
I'm so hungry. Do you guys have any food?
Give him another good berry and step back out of the splash zone.
If you give him a good berry and he eats it, doesn't make it halfway down his throat when he hacks it back up.
Damn.
No.
Like he rubs his head and he rubs his throat and he says, "I'm so hungry."
While this is happening, can I ritual cast detect magic?
Sure. You begin your ritual casting of detect magic. Yep. You get it off. You don't sense any magic except Yaka, the floating skull.
What magic is Yaka actually? What was he again?
He's magic item magic.
Okay. But we don't really sense anything off of Hightower.
No. Mm-mm.
Maybe Hightower is just tired. Oh, shoot.
Yaka says, "Aye, you bunch of fucking morons. We're burning daylight here."
How do you know that?
Look, I'm controlled by an omniscient god, okay? We're burning daylight.
Which god? I'm fucking with you. All right.
Does
maybe-
it all resemble the prisoners from the Black Dog?
Let's see. I can't remember what that spell was. Let's see. What's it called? I think that's what it was. Okay, and then, oh god, that's what it is. You don't know. Make a Arcana check. Nah. Hard to say. You do recall though, with an intelligence check above 10, that they didn't speak. They were like brain dead. He stands up and rubs his stomach and his head and stretches.
Is it wise to have him come further into this dungeon with us? As far as we know, he is a liability. Perhaps it is best if he were to...
A liability, Fiona says. He's our friend.
And he will be much safer.
It can be
Elsewhere.
both.
I'm not leaving him behind.
Perfect, then we leave you behind too. It's a
Excuse me?
win-win. What?
You would
It's
just
a
leave me
win-win.
behind. You would just leave me behind in this dark,
Somewhere
damp place.
safe, away from danger, or in danger if you want to stay in danger. I don't really care, to be honest. I'm just saying that if we bring Hightower into this dungeon that has almost killed several of us several times with him in this state, it is a death sentence for him.
What do you mean, this state? We haven't even tested him to see if he's able to hold his own. The only thing that we know is he has a headache, he doesn't remember, and he can't eat.
This is not the Hightower I remember. The Hightower I remember was a man of few words and lots of swinging an axe. He gave up his axe and he has been speaking a lot.
Well, maybe we should give him back his axe. Maybe it'll bring
gives
back
us-
some memories.
Well, what happens if he gives us back?
carrying
If
his
we
axe.
give him back the axe, there's a possibility.
No, you
he
have
could
his
attack
axe.
us.
Did we not just all together slay a 25-foot tall, undead, glowing Tyrannosaurus Rex before
Do you
we
want-
went to bed tonight?
Do you want us to have to do that to your friend?
I'm just
To our
saying,
friend.
I don't know why you're so worried about it.
He is...
Here's the thing: this is somebody that's a lot more intimate to us than a T-Rex. Like a T-Rex, like whatever. We fought something like that, like a month ago. We fought something like that a month ago. It was scary, yes, it was, but it was an outside force that we have known before. This is somebody who has been traveling with us for the most of this entire dungeon.
Exactly.
And he
I
is
don't
acting-
understand why we would leave him behind.
We didn't leave him behind. He disappeared.
I'm just
And
saying,
now
why?
he's just coming back to us, acting all different like this.
And you're gonna leave him behind. That's what Abe just said.
I don't want to leave him behind. I
Then
want
don't.
to figure out I want to figure out what's happening to him. I would rather us try to figure out. Let's say it like this. I would rather we spend at least, I don't know, a few hours maybe trying to figure out what's happening to him. But at some point, if this is something that we can't figure out and we have to leave him behind,
We don't have time.
then we have to, then we have to leave him behind.
We don't have time. Few hours. Cobalt, the soulmonger is stealing people's souls by the minute.
I know that, and I would rather we figured this out. I would rather we figure that out first before this. But if this is something you want to figure out before anything else, then what else do
I
you
want
do?
to give my friend his axe back and put him in a situation where he can chop things heads off. That's what he's
What
always
if
been
they-
good at.
Yes, but what if he decides to chop our heads off?
Why are you so worried about it? You don't
Because
think we
he
can
just
all
came-
handle him?
Because he just came to us acting entirely, completely different from what he originally was.
Cobalt, I do not wish to argue with you about this any further. He's coming with us,
We decide.
and we need to leave now.
Then we decide when to give him the axe. All right, we decide when we give him his axe, and if he decides to go against you, if he decides to go and chop your head off with an axe, then that's on you. All right.
And I will gladly take that. She looks around at the rest of the party as if to get input from someone else other than Cobalt.
If that's what you want, then I won't argue with that.
This is...
But that's on you.
I take back everything I said yesterday. There is some gambles that are not worth taking. Yoros, you are right. This is not a gamble worth taking.
Alith,
Well, then what do you
That-
decide to do?
pact you made with Fanthaza.
Yes.
That wasn't similar to this, is it?
I removed that from myself
Yeah, with a remove curse,
Mm.
right?
in
Sure.
in a similar fashion that Grydrum tried. Maybe I succeeded and Grydrum was unable, or maybe it's impossible.
What options do we have left? The naval could perhaps help.
I'm not sure. If you want to try that seeing into the ethereal thing plan like you wanted, but really it doesn't matter to me. I take the axe off of my back and I hand it to Hightower. It is not my axe. You do what you want with it. All I know is we need to get moving.
Yeah, you push it into his hands and he holds on to it. He kind of looks at it. Right. Right. And he looks up at you. Right, right. Yeah.
I'm not going to leave someone defenseless in this dungeon. That is just ridiculous.
Backing up, I'm like behind everybody else.
Yep. He holds it in his hands and he puts it over his shoulder and he rubs his forehead a little bit and he says, I know you guys are trying to figure out what to do with me, but I can help. However you need.
First off, no wandering off again. You stay within sight of the rest of us.
He nods.
Alright. Fine.
Dimitri, it's your job. Never take your eyes off of him.
Dimitri is still like laying down. And he sits up and the crown is sitting cocked on his head. And he says, wait, I am in charge of Hightower.
Get your ass up. We
just
are wasting
looking at him.
daylight.
He sits up immediately and writes the crown on his head and he'll say something to the effect of whatever you guys say, I'm on it, attention. He salutes.
Alright.
And Fiona will speak up and say, I'll keep an eye on him.
Very well.
Down we go then.
Down we go.
All right, so the group gathers back together. One more party member in tow, and you begin crawling through the crawl space. As you crawl through the crawl space, in the quiet, you hear the grumble of Hightower's stomach.
He's gonna
As you-
fucking starve to death.
As you guys, as you guys make your way towards the wooden door, which you can easily open and make your way down. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
All right. Let me copy these tokens and paste them on level 5.
Uh-oh.
I wonder if we can just like foie gras Hightower and just shove a tube down his throat and start pumping food in.
Yeah, can I paint a nasogastric tube?
Yeah, exactly.
Are there two blue tieflings in our group?
Yeah.
No, Dimitri's purple.
Well, purple, yeah.
No, there are two blue tieflings in our group.
Currently, yes. I have to take one of them out,
Oh, I see what you mean.
which I will do when we spread all our tokens out. But as you guys make your way down the stairs, you pass the level that you entered on, and you continue down. As you descend maybe another 25 feet in this green lit, narrow hallway, you make your way down and down and down and down until you reach the bottom. There's no more descending staircases. As you hit the bottom, you can see that the skull shelves that had been wrapped all the way around end at the end of an archway right here. And
Oh,
to,
you gotta. Can you get me
Yeah.
to that level? Because I'm
No,
still on level 3.
I forgot to put you guys
Oh,
there.
Okay.
There you go. You descend down to the bottom, right? And there's an archway there. And right there, there is a wooden door with steel or iron. Hold up, let me look up what room it is. Oh wow, that's really far down. At the bottom of the staircase, there's a dark corridor that leads to the south, but a stone door is to your left with iron hinges and a brass knob. That's like surrounded by these shelves of skulls.
Yes, guidance on Abe.
Check it for traps.
You want to check the door?
Yeah.
Yep. You make a perception check.
And I have a D4 in there. 18 total.
Very nice. You do not sense or see any traps, and it is not locked.
It looks safe to me. Shall we go this way, or do we want to go down the archway first? Door first, perfect. I will open up the door.
Yep. You open up the door, and I will tell you what you see. I'm gonna pull your tokens out so you can see really far.
Oh shit! What
Oh
is
my
going
God.
on down here?
So you see, pull over to the nice can description here. The layout of this one. Here we go. A dark ass underground lake opens up before you. Descending down from where you currently are, there is a set of slime covered like steps that lead down to a small dock where two boats are moored. There is a stone column that goes down underwater and all the way up to the ceiling. And sticking out of that rod is a mechanism with a pulley on it. And hanging from this pulley is a medium human-sized cage. You can, as soon as you open the door, you hear of thousands of like machinery and gears turning. And you shine a light upwards to the ceiling, and you could see gargantuan sized cogs with chains hanging from the ceiling. All right, yeah. It seems to be about 20 feet above the foul surface of the lake. There is chains and gears hanging from the ceiling. In front of you, a gigantic, motionless stone cog rises about 10 feet up out of the water. And you can see next to it is a matching cog. So these things are fucking gargantuan. You can see them, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
This thing and this thing. They're fucking huge. And they're like intertwining of them. You can see two of them that stick about 10 feet above the water. This one, right? Can you see my ping? This gear, everybody sees the ping, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this gear in the middle of it has a tube that goes all the way up into the ceiling. It's like a 10-foot tube that goes from the top of it all the way up to the ceiling. And as you look around this dark room, you could see these tiny little pinpricks of phosphorescent light just twinkling in the water. It gives this place, the surface of the water, this small, eerie blue glow. As there's little tiny phosphorescent lights. You can see all the little glowing things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you see before you, a gargantuan cavern. This seems to be some sort of hallway or something that heads out of the wall into it. It has like a curved top to it, like a.
Where is it? Can you ping that again?
Yes, right here. This seems to like jut into one of the edges of the cog. But there's shitloads of machinery everywhere, like running above you.
Can I tell if the light in the water is like naturally occurring bioluminescence or something else?
Make a perception check. Okay, so two things that you notice. One, the surface of this underground lake is like slimy and murky as fuck, and it's very nasty, stagnant water. Number two, this is some sort of bioluminescent lights. It is not magical in nature.
Like
But
an
nature is
algae?
magical, isn't it?
Kind of, yeah, but there's little pinpoints of it. And from that good of a perception check, you can see that it's quite far down.
Can I like get a guesstimate on how deep the water is?
Yeah, no. It's too dark and too hard to see.
All right. Well, everybody, here's a precaution. I'm gonna make sure we can all breathe underwater today. Just give me 10 minutes.
So you begin casting your spell. Is there anything you guys else would like to do?
You doing water breathing or water walking?
Water breathing. I don't have water walk today.
He begins meditating and casting the spell. Is there anything else you guys would like to do?
Can I go back to the archway and just look down it and see what I see?
Yeah. You can see that parts of this hallway are just covered in this slick, viscous-looking, like slime all over the floor in one corner, or that like runs down the edge of the hall. And you can see that this hall, just plain hall that descends, and it looks like it heads towards the east at the end of it.
Woods or hall?
I suppose while that's going on, while Yoris is ritual casting the water breathing spell, I'm going to ritual cast detect magic.
Okay. You probably still have your detect magic.
Oh, actually, I'm going to ritual cast telepathic bond.
Whoa, that's cool.
Fifth level spell.
What does that look
Oh,
like?
will this affect Hightower? Interesting.
Oh,
No,
how
8
many
creatures.
8 creatures?
That's everybody.
That's everybody, yeah.
2,
So
3,
that would
4,
be
5, 6, 7, 8.
us
Gotta have an
5,
intelligence of at
plus
least 2, though.
Yoros, Azaka. What is Vegapigme's intelligence?
He's good. He can speak in his own way.
Okay. But that's like 8 creatures including myself, or is that 8 creatures? 8
don't
living
know.
creatures of your choice within range.
Yeah, it's
Up.
yourself and 8.
Yourself and 8. So that can be everybody then.
No, among up to. So you're part of it.
I'm part of it. Okay.
Yes. You are a link on this 8 thing chain. That's everybody.
I think
Yeah.
Vegapigme is fine. Actually, should we allow Hightower into this or not? I'll say.
Allow-
I'll
Don't
kinda
risk it.
What was that?
Don't risk it because it might just like rebuff like all of Palace efforts.
All right, I'll skip Hightower then and like
Yep.
include Vegapigme.
Yep. Done. What does it look like?
Is
Is it a ritual? Do you have to do it as a ritual, or it's one? No.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
ritual
almost
casting
positive
it,
it's
yeah.
a ritual. I don't know why you didn't say that.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't
Wait,
say it.
It's not. I thought
Not
it
in roll
was.
20,
Hold
it
on.
doesn't.
Okay, I don't know. I'm asking.
No,
It does. Yeah, it
It's-
is. It is. It
says-
just doesn't say it in
has-
there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it has the little R symbol on top of it.
Okay, so you begin casting that spell. Is there anything else anybody else would like to do? Okay. All of you notice a flash, right? Those of you that are standing in the cavern, there's like a flash, and you look up and you could see arcs of lightning that are jumping from chain to chain and from the gear to the gear that runs down through it really quickly, right? And as you do, you see some motion on one of the chains, right? Like Abe specifically, like you notice this motion on one of the chains, right? And as you squint, there's a creature that's like tied up to the chains. He's wearing some kind of harness. Make a perception check for me. Disadvantage because it's dark.
Yeah. Fuck your disadvantage.
You can see that this creature is hanging from the ceiling by a bunch of chains and a harness. And it appears to have tools and is cranking at some of the gears on the ceiling. And that must have been what sent this arc of lightning through. Abe, this is a tomb dwarf.
I understand it's not a literal wrench monkey.
And as you look a little further, you can see there's maybe 5 or 6 of them hanging from the ceiling by chains and harnesses. And they're working on the ceiling, on these gears. The whole ceiling is filled with mechanisms and little gears and shit that pop out and go different directions, and chains hanging down everywhere, locking things together. It's like this big, complicated mess on the ceiling of this place.
I will. I'll look up at there and be like, "Huh, there's working dwarves up there. They're wrenching on machines. Do you not see that? Do you see this up there? I know that Halith, you can't see shit, but the rest of them, do you see that?
Fiona sees
Look
it.
up. I'll look up.
Yep, you can
you can see
it.
How high is the ceiling?
20 feet.
Oh, you could probably see that. Yeah. You see those little the dwarves up there?
Yeah, it's just dark.
You said there's like 5 of them.
Yeah,
5 or 6?
there's like one over here, ping, ping, ping. There's like one over here, ping, ping, ping. There's one that's like above this gear over here, ping, ping, ping. There's maybe like one over, maybe over here.
Can you tell if one of the dwarves is the one that has the immovable rod?
I cannot tell. See? Oh well, I guess I can cast the spell.
Well, if it can be cast by the navel of the moon instead, perhaps, then that would also get it done. And that way you don't have to use the spell slot.
I think it does have that ability actually.
I recall Cobalt saying that it does. Do it. I would like to see if one of them has the immovable rod, then we can get it back.
If you want to locate something, navel's the way to do it.
Mm.
That's true.
Cobalt, do it. Locate it.
All right, I'll locate it. Wait, locate what?
The immovable rod. It's in this level somewhere, but we don't
I
know
don't
where.
have locate object.
You have it on the
do.
navel.
On
of
the navel
moon.
of the moon.
Okay, yeah, actually I do.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
I was just looking at it just to double check, but yeah, navel of the moon has it.
That navel of the moon has everything. That's a gangster ass item.
That is a super good item. That's basically like every divination spell under the sun. So
Mhm. Yep, you're gonna cast it?
sure.
All right, you wait for your detect magic to get off, and boom, your detect magic gets off. You don't sense any magic currently. Actually, you do
Or
sense some magic
Bond
first.
was what he was casting.
Oh, you cast the bond? Yeah, you get the bond off. What does that look like, first of all? What happens? when you cast telepathic bond, Cobalt?
Oh, telepathic bond. So Cobalt kind of is able to. You kind of see like there's like a strand of like blue light that kind of like streaks from Cobalt's a very like intangible, almost translucent, like link that kind of like goes from Cobalt's mind to like any other person's mind that he chooses, which would be Abe, Grydrum, Yoros, Haleth, Fiona, Azaka, Dimitri, and Vegapigme.
Okay.
And
Done.
then after that point, then it just kind of like disappears and like it's kind of invisible. And then you kind of like Cobalt's able to just say like, "All right, can everybody hear me?" And he says like through his mind, it's almost like an echo.
Yep,
inside of your mind.
Cobalt's voice echoes into everyone's mind.
Okay, you have to repeat what we all say with the effect.
Can everybody hear me? Me.
I can. That is like a way better version of what I can do.
We're approaching double digits of voices and heads. Okay.
That is true. True.
So wait, you can hear my thoughts now?
No.
No.
No, it only does it when Cobalt does it.
Oh, it does it when everybody does it because they're speaking to each other's minds.
So is it like a conference call, or we can like choose who we send thoughts to?
I think it's like a. Okay. I think here's the rule I'm gonna make. I say Cobalt can. Oh no, you know what? It's like a communication, so you can pick. You can pick who you want because it's a fucking 5th level spell. So
yeah, I'll pick everybody.
Whoever, yeah, no, but I mean, you can either make a conference call, like announcement, and all talk on the same channel, or you can walkie-talkie one single person if you want.
Hold on a minute. Actually, I just realized something. That's 8, including myself. So like I'm 1, and then I choose 7 others. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay, so then it would be like the entire party plus Azaga plus Fiona plus.
That's it.
Dimitri or
Do I choose Vegapigme or I'll choose Dimitri since like Vegapigme, like Half can already communicate with him. We don't really do that with.
Okay.
One of these days I will, but like not really right now.
All right, that's fine. But everybody gets the rules on how it works. You can either pick or conference call. Cool.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I have a quick question real quick?
Yes.
I didn't ask this before, but I would have. The jade key that I got when Cobalt had detect magic up, was it magical or no?
No.
Okay. That was it.
Okay.
Oh, Rary's telepathic bond is in concentration, so you can cast detect magic now.
Yep. You get your detect magic up, and you do sense magic coming from a couple of things. Number 1, at the end of the dock, there are 2 boats and this human-sized cage that's attached to a pulley that looks like it drops down into the water. It's supposed to. It's covered in algae and barnacles and stuff. You can see that all 3 objects have transmutation magic on them. The boats and the cage. Yoros gets his water breathing off too.
Is there something in the cage?
No. And you guys wanted Cobalt to cast locate object on the navel of the moon?
Well, we know where that is.
With
On
the navel of the moon.
Yeah. All right, guys. All right, so he this Yaka shit's coming back to bite me in the ass. So Cobalt, you pull out the navel of the moon, this glittering diamond, and as the smoke begins to swirl inside of it, you can crystal clear see a tomb dwarf, right? That has the devil mask with horns coming out the top. Only one of the horns is snapped off. And You can see him hanging from a harness and working on the ceiling.
Yes.
And you can tell that he's actually way over here. Ping, ping. Oh, I'll shift ping. There you go. Way into the darkness.
Oh,
Ah,
man.
shit.
Damn.
Wait, who is again?
There is a tomb dwarf that has your immovable rod on his person.
Oh.
Is it broken off horn?
Yeah, he's got a broken off horn.
That's a ways away.
That's quite a ways away.
Is
Keep a
it
tab on
100
him. We will work our way over there.
Is it 120 feet away?
Cobalt, you would think so, yeah.
Bless you.
Ooh, double timing.
Bless you.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I can't see 120 feet away though, because my dark vision is only 60 feet, so it just disappears into darkness.
Yeah.
Can I like gauge that distance actually?
Yeah, you can tell it's about 80, 85, 90 feet away.
It's about 80, 85 feet away.
Right, we
That's
get a little closer.
that way. I kind of point to that northeast direction.
We get a little closer, and you grab him like you grab the beholder, and just yank him over here.
Well, they're attached to the chains in the ceiling, so I don't know. Can you break the chains?
That's a very
You threw
high
a
level.
beholder out of the
That's a
sky.
very high level spell, and like comparing to a beholder to a dwarf, I mean, like that's no thanks. That's like child's play.
Bring him over here. I want that rod back.
Using a 5th level spell?
For
Well, I
the
could-
rod?
I could fly up there and try and grab him, but I feel like that would kind of draw a lot of attention.
Someone doing a levitation, someone doing a telekinesis spell.
Oh, if I was invisible, though, it wouldn't draw as much attention.
Could you try to do that?
Well, I'm certainly going to rattle all these tomb dwarves.
Yeah, we can take the tomb dwarves. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about awaking something else in here,
Yeah.
if there's anything. But I think it's worth it. It's the immovable rod. I mean, how many times did that immovable rod save our asses?
I had lost count.
Exactly. We should get the rod back while we have
Oh,
the ability
number
to
like
do
once
it.
or twice. This is
Like 5 times. At least 6 times. Alright?
maybe I don't remember.
Think of the amount of times it would have been useful since we lost it, though.
That's fair. That's fair.
We could have stuck Yaka
Euros.
to a wall again.
Oh,
If you can,
I would love that.
if you can get to me within 30 feet of it, I can probably get the immovable rod back.
You guys really want this rod back, huh?
Well, it kept your ass in place for a while, didn't it?
I got a fucking rod for you, buddy.
No, you don't.
I was so instant.
So good. So good.
Same instincts.
That high
said,
insight.
Oh, yeah. You guys think you're so fucking funny, huh?
I high 5 euros.
It was just a fact. It was just a fact. Like, I wasn't
You-
even making a joke.
You hear shouting extremely loud. Hey, tomb dwarf!
Fucking dick!
As it echoes,
Alright.
Here we go.
as it echoes through the chamber. Hey, they're coming for the rod, motherfucker!
It's go time, euros. Go now.
Like, go
take
invisible
take
and
out
turn
it.
into an eagle and fucking take off.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay. You quickly turn into an eagle and fly up. And do you want to?
Invisible, too.
And you immediately go invisible, but in that moment, you see some of the tomb dwarfs that are working nearby you look over at you as you turn invisible, right? And as you fly your way through the darkness, can you see in the dark?
Can I strap the goggles of night on it?
You're like,
If I can,
you're
I'm
like,
Oh
gonna
shit.
do an owl instead, but let's see.
but I mean, you would have thought about it.
Oh, yeah, I'll do a giant owl instead
Yeah,
then.
you would have known better.
Because
so
I
you-
can't use my dark vision with that.
Yeah, so you turn into a giant owl and fly up into the air. And as you make your way closer, you fly above these giant gears, and you can see that there's 3 of them. And one of the gears has a tunnely kind of thing, like a tube that connects into the center of it here. Like, zoom out your map real far because I'm about to show you some shit. Well, not
Yeah.
like actually show it to you, but like there's a tube that goes here. There's a
Too
tube
far.
that goes here. There's a tube that goes over here. And
You
there's
shift ping that last one?
yeah, here. There's one here. There's one. Oops, come on, shift ping. Come on, computer. Shift ping. Shift
Oh,
ping.
wow.
Way over here. And there's one over here as well. This is a big ass fucking.
It's like really far.
Yes, yes. And actually, because you went over there, I want to give you a view of it, actually, which I can do, kind of. I'm gonna put you here, then here, here, here. That's pretty much all you get. As you make your way over there, right? Do you see more of the map now?
Yeah, hold on. I think giant owls have 120 feet of dark vision now. They do.
Right, so
You
you
might
might
be
have.
able to see a little bit more, but I don't know how the dimensions of the room shake out.
I'll give you that too.
Cool.
As you fly across this cavern, there's giant tubes that like shoot down and come back in, and there's just all kinds of machinery and tubes and pipes and chains that hang from the ceiling. And you fly past a couple of tomb dwarves towards the one that you think has your immovable rod. What is your plan of action? You're just gonna try to swipe him out of the air?
Yeah, just try to grapple him.
Yep. As you invisibly narrow your wings, gunning towards this dwarf that is hanging from the chains on the ceiling, working on the ceiling, he turns towards your invisible direction, and you can see one half of a nub horn and the other half of a full horn on a mask that covers his face and his mouth and part of his face, where you can only see his eyes, and his dead eyes turn towards you. And we'll pick this up next year.
Oh, come on. But do we get the rod?
Here.
You're gonna make me wait a year for
Actually,
this shit?
he's up in a harness, right?
Yes.
I'm actually gonna strafe by him and just claw him and try to kill him and leave him dangling up in that harness,
Sure.
so I can just pluck the rod off his body.
Remember that for next time.
But yeah, I'll
Oh,
rewatch this then. Oof.
All right.
Next
So
year.
much.
damn.
I was excited about
long.
this session. This was a good one. I miss role-playing conundrums.
Next
That's
year,
crazy.
though.
Yeah, three weeks from today.
Yep. Something's wrong with Hightower.
That's the name of the episode.
Something
So
do me
much.
wrong.
There's so much that's going on right now, and like there's now distrust between the party, and it's just like, oh.
That's just like my favorite thing.
Yeah, getting us ready for Icewind Dale.
Gosh, yes. I love it. This is a cool level of the dungeon. I'm really excited about this one, guys. And then guess what? One more going down, and that's it.
That's the last floor.
Crazy.
That's the
There's
last
one.
floor. Yeah, there's one more floor.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. And the one more floor isn't even like a floor, really.
It's
It's
just
a layer.
Yeah, pretty much.
it's a devil room.
Not exactly. It's still part of the dungeon, but it's not like a big, vast thing full of rooms like all the other dungeon has been.
Yeah.
So we at least have three
Right.
quote unquote sisters and one child.
And one a Sarah.
Nursery.
And one is Sararak. Oh,
Mhm.
that one's going to be the scariest. Oh boy.
Isn't there other shit that we have yet? There's like a demon
so-
somewhere in this fucking level or some shit based on the journal, right?
What demon?
I don't know. Wasn't there like some shit in what's his nuts journal? Devlin's journal talked about.
Well, if there's not a portal to the abyss down here, we're opening one.
I mean, I was talking about true seeing before. If I were to use that, I'm scared of what Brydrum would see.
No, never mind. For some reason, I thought I read the four-armed gargoyle as a demon for some reason, but yeah. We still gotta find
what
the eye
what
of
level are we
Baltic,
fighting a
too.
Syriac?
What's that, Nate? What'd you just say?
What level do you think we're gonna be when we fight a Syriac? 12?
What
13?
what level are you now?
11.
11?
Yeah, 12.
12. That's
Yeah.
true.
Everybody
we
pick a
usually
good
get a
fucking
level
feat.
up after every floor. So
Yeah, for real.
Holy
Mage
fuck.
Slayer.
That's
That's
not a
funny.
bad one. That's
That's
not
not bad
That's
at
actually
all.
not a bad one.
Yeah.
That's not,
Not
a
at
bad
all.
one. Yeah. That's not a bad beat. Yeah.
All right, well, that was really fun, guys. I like this level a lot. I'm really excited for this. This is gonna be really fun, and we're so close, dude. Oh, we're so close. I can fucking taste it. We're so close. I remember when we first started this adventure, and I was looking at these levels, and I was like, I don't want to run this dungeon.
Here we are.
Here we are.
We had a few close calls this session, actually.
It was a good game. I love this whole shit with the high tower. I can't wait to see what happens.
Oh, that's gonna like. Oh man, I don't know. That's gonna keep me up for a little bit.
Judge being a
Like-
warrior literally would have died. Just saying. Like, not
I'm
even like
so
when
glad he
unconscious.
didn't.
He's almost
would've
died like 3 times now.
I know he almost got severed in half.
Yeah.
He is the luckiest little veggie-pygmy that ever did.
Dog, he's so sick, man.
I'm so happy.
He's so cool.
He's gonna get the killing blow on a Serac.
I swear to God. I swear to God.
I would love it. I would love it.
All right, well, we made it through the session. Now we just got to finish off the Gears of Hate, and we'll be in the nursery.
Was that what Sirac said at the beginning of the session? Was that if we make it past the Gears of Hate?
Did say that.
Yeah, and the
I thought you said the
nursery.
Gates of Hate.
Gears of Hate is what he said.
Gears of Hate. Alright, I wrote that down wrong. Doesn't matter. Alright, cool.
All right, well,
You
I
know,
will be seeing you guys.
alright, for sure.
Alright.
Alright, see you guys in a few
Okay.
weeks. Have a Merry Christmas and a
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
Have a Merry
New
Merry
Year's.
Christmas and
New
Happy
Year's,
Holidays.
Happy New Year's.
Bye.
Yeah, happy New Year's, everyone.
Bye.
Alright,
See
later.
you guys.
See y'all later.